Are you looking to get on the property ladder? Let our trusted and qualified mortgage brokers at the Nottingham Mortgage Services find the right mortgage for you. To find out more, visit thenottingham.com today.
Tonight's visitors Nottingham would move ahead of the Steelers in the league table with a win here, but despite their successes in Europe showing their strength, they're yet to beat the Steelers this season. Sheffield get a boost with the return of Matthew Waugh. He joins Wallace and Jantin on a new-look third unit. Brady Ramsey is the import who has to make way. David Phillips is still missing in defence. Panthers were 3-0 up in 10 minutes last time they played here. In front of a packed crowd, the Steelers can't afford a start like that again. Final huddles around their netminders for the two teams. Face-off is moments away. Panthers in their road whites, the Steelers in all orange. The atmosphere has been slowly building since the doors opened at 6 o'clock. Got a feeling it's going to be a loud one tonight. It's the start of a busy run of Steelers home fixtures in the conference. It's Cardiff and Belfast at home next weekend. They're yet to win a home Earhart game this season. Too many more defeats in the early stages of the season would leave a team that is already 3 points off the top, even further behind the challengers. So here we go, the Steelers will put Matthew Waugh out straight away alongside Wallace and Jantin, but it's Lakovic who wins the draw, Billingsley who sends it into the zone, and we are underway here in Elite League action. Steelers and Panthers. Jonathan Fernley and Ron Shudra here with you on Steelers TV Live. Lakovic was trying to bring it out from behind the goal. Mustakov's had his stick down and was trying to make life awkward. This one is flicked high out of the zone and the Steelers go chasing. Gagnon plays it off the body. Chases on into the Panthers zone. Sanchez tries to nudge it forward, doesn't get it past Jantin first time, does second time. It's knocked down by the Steelers. Settle things down in their own zone. Panthers, a few of them at least, will head to the bench for a change. Bounce pass off the wall, helped on its way by Wallace. Steelers have made a couple of changes of their own. Fretter's in on the forecheck. Sanchez passes forward. Here's Pelini. First shot on goal, Mustakov saves. He's behind the goal, that's where the scramble will commence. Arson trying to hold things up. And then O'Connor just turning away from trouble, finding the pass to Fretter. Marquardt. Fretter again. Looking for the pass. To the blue line, the shot comes in and Garnett kicks it away. High off the glass, but stays in. Sauvé will now be under pressure and he calmly turns away from it. And here's Steve Lee. Forward to Farmer, the hit came in from Marquardt and took Lee down. Sauvé with a long one, Mustakov gloves it, and he decides to hold on.
Yeah, good start for both teams, to be fair. You look at Perlini coming down the wing and making a good shot on Mustakov's, and then here Sauvé just gets it in here and puts it in on the net. So a couple of little testers here, Mustakov just to get himself in the game. Garnett gets a little wrist shot from the blue line as well to get the goalie's adrenaline back down, let's say, and the players are going back at her here as quick and fast as they can.
Phillips out on a line with DeLego and Mosey. Mosey playing as a forward tonight. At least that's what we're expecting from him, because he has that flexibility. Great pick-up for the Panthers to be able to bring him back to the UK following his stint in North America last season. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. That must be boarding. And Mosey it was who made the hit, and he wants no part of that at all.
Yeah, dangerous play there. It's definitely through the numbers here. We'll see it on Matheson. Mosey comes right here, and it's a good one. 3 feet from the boards. That's look at his head snap back. That's definitely a boarding or a checking from behind. Fitzgerald right away sees it and maybe gets in here a little bit too early. I know it's a thing to protect your guys, but he's going in the box and maybe should have just held on a little bit here. Mosey wants nothing to do with it, like you said, and it's one of those things that we could have went from the power play, but you know, it would have been better the power play, but good job on Fitzy getting in there, and it's a good thing that that nothing else happens in an injury terms.
The crowd enjoyed that one, but ask yourself, if Zach Fitzgerald looks at you like that, what would you do?
Well, that's true, but I mean, give Zach a lot of credit too. He didn't just right away open up and start pummeling away. He obviously saw that that Mosey wasn't going to be a willing combatant, let's say, and you know, half apologizing to it about the hit. But you know, again, we said it before. You know, you have to be able to control yourself and maybe just take a side step there and come in from the side and not go through the numbers, just so it's not such a dangerous play.
It'll be 2 against Mosey for boarding. It'll be 2 against Fitzgerald for dropping the gloves. So we'll play some 4-on-4 in the early stages of this first period. Here goes Jonathan Phillips trying to make the most of that extra space. It's 4-on-4 situation. It's called unsportsmanlike. Steelers still in the offensive zone. Westerling working hard against Brisebois. It's the Panthers who come out the better of it, and here's David Clark. Held up at the blue line, and the Steelers will try and counter. Crowd rises as they enter the offensive zone. Shot from the angle, and Garnett makes the save. Of course, he was on the bench the last time the Panthers came here in the Challenge Cup. It was Gospel who got the start. And a fairly routine first save for him to make on the wide angle shot.
Yeah, not an awful lot to trouble Garnett there with that. You know, it's more of a speculative thing. Let's get it to the net and see if we can create a face-off, which they obviously have done now. The hard part is returning that face-off, getting it back and getting a good scoring opportunity out of it.
Yampton and Wallace are the pair for the Steelers. Possession with Gagnon for the Panthers. So looking around, feeds Billingsley. Pushed across, taken into the zone. Shot from Schaller, and Mustakov saves and holds on as the crowd started to come around him. Would there be any criticism of Fitzgerald for taking a penalty in that situation when the Steelers are about to go on the power play? Or does he need to stand up for his team in that moment?
I think you need to go in and you need to say something. Whether you've got to drop your gloves right away, I don't know. But you definitely got to go over and get in the face and say, hey, that's not acceptable. You should know better, putting yourself in a situation where, you know, there could be an injury. So, you know, it's a tough one. You know, Zach is expected to go in there and protect some of his guys, and sometimes he gets just a little bit too excited and goes in a bit too hard sometimes.
There's no Brady Ramsey in the lineup for the Steelers tonight, so lacking a little bit maybe in that secondary toughness department. He had a bit of a tilt down at the NIC last weekend. Here's Schaller. Checked off the puck. Possession back with the Steelers. Still another 30 seconds of 4-on-4. And Fretter was just undone by the pass. It just kind of brought the momentum to a stop for the Steelers.
Yeah,
Wallace skated offside.
Yeah, he just took it off his skate. It was a bit of a poor pass by Wallace, to be fair, and he ended up putting himself offside just so because Fretter couldn't quite get it under control and get it over the blue line in time. But a good build-up, patient build-up by both teams. They're both looking and trying to find openings for a good attack.
Opening goal of the night has been scored by the Clan. Braehead 1, Edinburgh 0. That game in the Elite League. Still 15 seconds, 4-on-4 with the Steelers in the offensive zone. Oh, and Phillips, it's Armstrong who's been tripped by Sauvé, skating around the back of the net. And the Steelers will get a few seconds of 4-on-3, followed by plenty more of 5-on-4.
Yeah, it's actually a good switch off here between Farmer and Sauvé, and it just looks like Sauvé's stick gets caught on the boards with the toe of his blade and then into the feet and brings down the Sheffield player. So not much of an intentional tripping sort of penalty there, just more of an accidental thing, but puts Sheffield on a power play here in a few seconds and gives them that opportunity to get that all-important go-ahead goal.
Steelers power play has been strong this season, 31% in League and Cup. They've won the puck from the face-off, and Noir has gone straight to the front of the net, and the shot goes just a fraction wide. Back to 5-on-4 as Mosey and Fitzgerald return. Mustakov's forced to make a save as the Panthers get a shot on goal short-handed. And now they will bring things forward and enter the offensive zone. Here goes Noir. Forced wide behind the goal by Spang. The Steelers will try and get this power play set up. Here's Wallace. Takes the shot on and finds the top corner.
An absolute belter of a wrist shot. Garnett looks like he's looking for a backdoor play. You see the defenseman sneaking down the high slot here. And does it unsight him? Wallace is looking that way. And what does he do? He absolutely turns and he just ripes it over the top of the shoulder of Garnett, who just doesn't actually react other than going straight down.
The Steelers power play, we said they'd been good. It's another one to add to the tally. And Tim Wallace is really starting to find his feet now.
Maybe Garnett's used to that Challenge Cup stuff or that Champions League stuff, because you look at the European teams and they'll be looking to make a pass cross ice as opposed to burying that on the short side.
Steelers are straight back into the offensive zone for more with Dowd, combining with Nelson. Still Nelson all the way through, backdoor play, great save, Garnett, he got across and shut the door on Robert Dowd.
Looks like that's rattled Nottingham just a little bit. They're playing very defensive there and just about got undone by not being aggressive enough on the defenseman, on Nelson coming through the high slot.
Steelers don't get the puck out of the zone. They do the second time around. Panthers just have to be careful they don't play that puck with too many men on the ice. Goal has been awarded to Wallace, and it's been assisted by O'Connor and Matthew Waugh. Great for Matthew Waugh to get a point on his return to the Steelers lineup. It's a 5-on-4 power play goal timed at 4:26. The goal came with Sauvé in the box on a tripping minor. The Steelers have got the momentum, they've got the crowd, and they've got a backhand shot that goes just wide. Armstrong again, threatening the goal. This one sent into the crowd and Lindhagen bounces it away off the thigh. David Clark forces this one forward. Sauvé keeps it moving past Arson. Fitzgerald will come across. And that's a big collision and Sauvé gets the better of it. And the Panthers play the puck out, but they can't control it and it'll slide away to safety from a Steelers perspective. Dundee have taken the lead in Manchester. Milton Keynes lead at home to Coventry. It's the latest we have for you around the Elite League. Here's Bussières into the offensive zone. Drops it into the corner. Wallace, Steelers scorer, is first to it. Steelers trying to clear it down the boards, but not successfully. Bussières again. Shot comes back out. And it was fired into his own man. I think it was Moksantsev who made a block on that one. Spang's one-timer is intercepted, and the Steelers will try and counter into the space behind. Jansen moves it on. Here comes the shot. There comes the save as O'Connor tested Garnett.
A little bit different look for Sheffield in their own end. We're used to seeing Paul Thompson's men in the last couple of years being a big swarm team. There they just played a little bit of control and contain and played the puck out. And on Nottingham's breakout, they're very passive as well, Sheffield. They're way back by the blue line, allowing Nottingham to have all that room so that they can't cut seams on them. So we'll see if that continues on throughout the game.
Belfast are 2-0 up against Fife. They've scored a couple in quick succession. And they lead the Flyers. Panthers will send this one around the boards. Here's Fitzgerald. 4 checkers close in and he's been high-sticked. And the Steelers will keep on the puck. And Mustakovs will make his way to the bench for the extra skater. And the Panthers are going to be going short-handed again, and it's Pellini who's been called on this one.
Yeah, it was more of an accidental high stick as Fitzgerald made a great move to cut to the inside, and just an errant stick catches Fitzy up high in the mouth and in the nose area. Just a quick 2-minute penalty here, and again, dangerous. Sheffield back on the power play. They look fresh. You know, they look excited. They look happy to be on the ice, and Nottingham's not quite as comfortable as they have been in the past against Sheffield.
So the Steelers on the power play for the second time tonight. They scored on their first. They're going to have to change face-off taker on this one. So Marquardt steps in place of Valdix. Steelers will fire that one straight into the block of Brown. Marquardt is the option down low. That's where the Steelers go. Looking for the cross-crease pass. Oh, and it nearly banked in off Sauve, and Garnett was alive to it.
Yeah, nice little play there. Right off the face-off, though, you see Matheson doing a smart thing. He's right on the top of the crease, or sorry, on the top of the face-off circle off the draw, and he's the one that actually retrieves the puck back to his partner and then gets the return pass and starts all that off. So it's a good job by Sheffield. Good support, good working of the puck around the outside, and then just about sneaking one through off Sauve in the back of the net.
Face-off win for the Panthers. Lakovic on the draw, but they can't get the puck out of the zone. First time of asking. They will do now through Lakovic. Calmly off the boards and down the ice, and it's Dowd who's back for the Steelers. Steelers will gain the offensive zone. And here's Marquardt. Around the back, it'll stay with the Steelers on the far side. Here's Nelson. Exchanges passes with Dowd. Back out to Valdix. Matheson. Nelson. Marquardt's trying to provide a screen if the Steelers can get a shooting lane. Nelson. Still Nelson. Marquardt. Puck was just bobbling. He had to control it with his skate. Marquardt again. This one takes a deflection. It's going to land in 106. And that'll bring about a stoppage, but the face-off will stay in the zone.
Good job by Nottingham keeping Sheffield to the outside on all of that. Some great puck movement around, but a little bit too much to the outside. That's the only problem. The last power play that they had, obviously the first unit, they moved it around once and then attacked the net with purpose with a little bit of a trick shot. But Matthew Waugh, impressed with him. He seems to be a little bit rested. His leg seems to be good, whichever was bothering him, or his foot. So here we go. He looks excited to be on the ice again, and let's see if we're looking for something to happen from him.
Tied up from the face-off, and the officials aren't happy. 3-0 now to Belfast. They are in complete control early on against the Five Flyers. The Flyers, the only team in the league at the moment with a better power play than the Steelers. It really has been a strength of Paul Thompson's men so far this season. Brown tries to force this one out. Kick to him by Lindhagen, and the Panthers might come in short-handed here. Shooting chance, Mustakov saves. Now Connor plays the pass forward, and the Steelers will quickly transition. Here's Wallace. He's already got one on the power play. Fires this one in. Will bounce back to the Steelers. Armstrong. Wallace. O'Connor. Slap goalwards, it's kicked save. The Steelers trying to bank one in off the back of Garnett. Oh, and then mishandled by Fretto, and there was an opportunity, it seemed, for a moment.
Just a bit unlucky there. Just goes to the wrong side of Fretter there on his body, and a definite possibility of a one-timer with an open net if that goes on the tape.
Penalty ends. It's a successful kill for the Panthers, but they're still under pressure here. The shot comes in. Garnett saves it. It's still loose. Can they lift it in? They can't first time. It's caught underneath. The whistle goes, and the Panthers have hung on. And in the middle of all that, I think Garnett's made an incredible stop.
Yeah, fantastic work by Garnett to reach out and stretch across. He makes a good save. Unlucky here, Wallace just gets across here and just can't raise the puck. We see on it. Great job.
Oh, no, it came off the post.
And Perlini coming back as well. Hard to do. A little bit of a stick lift just at the proper moment. But look, Matthew Waugh and Fretter are in there scarily looking for that rebound to go in the back of the net.
It was the post rather than Garnett, although Garnett did well to make sure the follow-up didn't get shoved underneath him. It looked as though initially he scrambled across and got it with the glove. We're positioned up high behind Michael Garnett's goal. That's our commentary position, and the fans are just starting to get frustrated now that we're not getting many clean face-offs, but it's been the Steelers on most of those occasions who've been guilty of moving too early and not lining up correctly. Exchange of passes between the Panthers as they come forward. It was Mokshantsev and Betteridge combining. And now they're going to work hard to bring this one out of the corner. Westerling first to react. Across to the far side. Played forward, backhanded into the zone. A little bit of a collision behind the play. Runs back on the skates and everything continues. Mokshantsev hit hard, but he got the pass away to Boussières. Boussières hip checks as he comes forward, but still with the Panthers, and Boussières drives on, and then he has his pocket picked by Westerling.
Great little back check, poke check there by Westerling, coming back and breaking up that opportunity.
It's all a little bit tight in front of the benches. The Steelers skating into trouble. Possession back with Sauvé, who just slows things down, and both teams use that little bit of free time to complete line changes. Sauvé forward, tipped on by Clark. First back to it is Ronberg. Trying to use the body to hold things up, does so. Nelson helps it on its way. Steelers flick this one down the ice. It's bouncing and bobbling, and they will get to it. And here comes Robert Dowd. Tries to drop pass back towards Nelson, and he didn't realise the puck was caught underneath his skates. Yeah, Clark has played this down at the cost of an icing.
Yeah, maybe a little bit better play there by Dowd. He might have been to drive the net there hard. He's had the opportunity there. He's got speed and he's got power to come across that crease. Maybe trying to be a little bit too unselfish and driving the net, looking for that opportunity for himself to score.
Braehead have doubled their lead. Clan are 2-0 up on the Capitals. Marquardt corrals the puck from the face-off, sends it goalwards, and it's off against the side of the net. Still there as Fretter tries to kick at it. He has freed it, and he's trying to play it into the crease. It was partially blocked. It was the legs of Phillips preventing the Steelers from centering it, and the battle commences against the boards. Phillips is in the thick of it, and so is Fretter, and the Steelers have managed to get to it. Played back out, on the short side, and Garnett made a good start to deny Marquardt. Marquardt might feel he was knocked down off the puck there, but play allowed to continue. Things just slow down again, and the Steelers crowd have liked what they've seen so far from the Steelers. They've been the team on top so far in this first period.
Yeah, for sure. They've had the opportunities, and look at them. They're back in numbers here. And as Farmer dumps and Chase goes after it himself, but it's back in numbers. And we're going to get a penalty here, looks like, against the Sheffield defenseman there.
Yeah, looks like we're going to get a hold against the Steelers. The Panthers have got the extra skater out. Brown is out in place of Garnett, but can't do anything with the extra skater. But they will get a power play now. Chance to get themselves back on level terms as O'Connor makes his way to the box and says his piece.
Good job by Robbie Farmer there. You know, he creates that penalty by putting the puck in behind the defenseman and then chasing as hard as he can after it. And O'Connor just unfortunately just reaches around and holds on for that split second and just breaks enough of the stride for to catch the referee's eye line.
Steelers' penalty kill this season has been the best in the league. Across all the games they've played in the Elite League and the Challenge Cup, they've conceded just 3 power play goals. Percentage is over 92. Panthers' power play, meanwhile, hasn't been a strength so far this season. They've got plenty of talent out there, and it only takes a moment. We've seen that so many times with Corey Nielsen's Panthers side over the years. They've got a 5-on-4 opportunity here with O'Connor in the box. Shot comes in, Mustakov saves, there's a rebound there, and Mustakov's got across to it and denied Perlini. This one fired down the boards, but it doesn't get out. It was well blocked at the blue line by Brisebois, and that keeps the pressure on for the Panthers. Puck's bouncing around, it's there at the side of the goal, and the Steelers will get it away. It'll cross the blue line. Temporary relief. They'll be able to get a couple of players swapped off, and now a third, and now a fourth, as the Panthers will slow this down. They want to make changes of their own. Power play seconds are ticking away, and here's Zach Phillips. Can't get past Jonathan Phillips. Here's Bussières. Gaining the zone for the Panthers, trying to go around Matheson. Here's Delego. There's Sauvé with the shot. There's Mustakovs with the save.
Yeah, good job by Mustakov. Not only on that little bit of a long-range bomb, but if you look at what he did in the saves before that, he makes the save here. There's a bit of a rebound and stuff, and look at the positioning. He's back across. He's up. He's ready. He's square to the shooter, and that's not ever going to go in the back of the net on him.
Mustakov's made 46 saves on 48 shots down in Nottingham in the Challenge Cup game. Steelers certainly won't want to concede too many shots here tonight. He's made a couple of stops already on this power play. And here's Moksanchev. Sauvé. Bellini played it across, and it was just tipped away. The Steelers will chop at that one and it'll go into the crowd. And they'll be happy to take another whistle.
That's a good job by the Sheffield defenders there. Sticks in lanes, very, very important when you have to, especially penalty killing. You've got to pay attention to what's going on. You've got to look around and you've got to close lanes. Stick lanes is what you do.
Our friend the Dap Man is back and in fine form. And the crowd respond. And the Steelers have got 4 seconds left to kill. Lakovic, he's been good on face-off so far tonight, and he wins another one. Here's Sauvé. Panthers move the puck around, but the centering feed is blocked off. And the penalty comes to an end. It's a successful kill. Icing is waved off as the Steelers closed in on that one. Armstrong can't poke it beyond Lee. O'Connor finding himself as a forward on this shift after stepping out of the penalty box. He's going to quickly make his way to the bench now, and the Steelers nearly pinch this one. In fact, they do through Armstrong, feeding it across. Oh, good use of the stick, reaching out to deflect it away by Sauvé. Still an opportunity for the Steelers, although that pass is read by Lakovic, and then it's knocked out of the zone by Brown. Dowd turns, he brings the Steelers straight forward, off the boards and around the other side of Lakovic. Shot on goal, and Garnett helps it on its way, and Clark is lines only as far as Fitzgerald. And the Steelers have gone offside, and the momentum they were building comes to a stop.
Just a little bit unlucky there for Levi Nelson. He turns away from the puck and doesn't quite see that they haven't gained the zone. Sheffield are trying to push that puck back in. We saw this when the DEL teams were over here. Rob Wilson's team, I'm not wanting my defensemen to go D to D. My forwards, their job is to get out of the zone. I want to go straight back at them as quick as they can. And Sheffield, maybe, with the speed that they got, trying to take a little bit of play out of their own book. Don't give the opportunity for the defensemen to get up into play, turn it around, get your butts out of the zone, and drive it back down at them.
Panthers carry it forward. Betteridge around the glass. Fitzgerald will reach it on the near side, chip it on its way into neutral ice as far as Spang. Straight across to Buisbar. Nice touch forward, though Lindhagen couldn't gather it in as he would have wanted to. Nelson, long pass. Yamtin under pressure from Spang. Bounces straight back up. A few Steelers fans calling for something, but nothing doing. And the Steelers will get into the zone left wing side. They'll send it around the boards. It'll come to Wallace. Still with Wallace. A little bit of a tangle behind the goal, and it works out nicely for Farmer. Tries to pull a move on Yamtin. Very nearly took the puck away from him. In the end, he did well and got it to Clark. Gains the red line, sends it in. Mustakovs helps it to Ronberg. Wah. Long pass out. Yamtin gathers it in. Gains the red line, and again, the Steelers will send it around the boards. Garnett out to block it. Wallace trying to lay the hit on Gagnon as play moves across to the far side, and Schaller. Again, Ronberg is back for the Steelers. Bellini trying to put the hit on him. Marquardt back. Here comes Farmer. Winds up and shoots. It bounces off a couple of legs. It's back to Farmer. Now it's with Gagnon. Panthers with zone time. Farmer. Gagnon again. Winds and fires. It misses short side. It'll bounce nicely back for Billingsley. He's under pressure on the boards. So is Pellini, but the Panthers still get to it. Pass down low, opportunity, and they've taken it, they've scored! The equaliser for the Panthers.
Some good pressure there by Nottingham, moving the puck around, and it goes down to Robbie Farmer here on a great little play. A little unfortunate on the boards, but Robbie Farmer hanging about in front of the net, puts it between his feet. Look at that, that's a fantastic little skill move. And I'll give Robbie Farmer a heck of a lot of credit for pulling that move off so in tight. That's a great finish.
And what a fantastic goal that is from Robert Farmer. 5th of the season in League and Cup. The assist on the goal going to Billingsley. It's an even strength equaliser at 16:29. Well, that has brought the Panthers fans to life. It's just quietened the home crowd down momentarily. The Steelers looking for a quick response. They're straight back into the zone. The puck is bobbling around, and Lee has done just enough to prevent Wah from heading goal bound. And now here comes Mosey and Delego, and the Steelers break it up. And there's room for Wah, and he's got support inside. Feeds it towards goal, and Garnett kicks it out and then covers up.
Good heads-up play there, Garnett. He reads the pass coming around. He doesn't wait for the pass to go across to make the save. He jumps out at this and cuts the pass off himself. But look at the eyes of Matthew Wah. He's looking all the time. Where can I put it? Nice soft pass in behind the defense, but watch Garnett come out here. I've got that. It's my puck before the opportunity for a deflection comes across.
Omar Pasha's return to Manchester is going well so far. Storm 0, Stars 2. Here's Westerling. Couple for company in the corner. Kirk trying to lend a little bit of support. His first ice time of the game. Trying to trap the Panthers here behind their own goal line. Westerling trying to lift the stick of Spang, doesn't manage it. And the Panthers transition out. Boussières trying to get past Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald lands the hit, and Boussières has lost his helmet. He's got to go straight back to the bench. He can't get involved in the play, and he has, and that's cost him a penalty.
Yeah, all he's done is touch the back of Fitzgerald there as he's skating out the zone.
Westerling, there's still a chance for the Steelers. Oh, and then he got caught up in the skates of Matheson, and the puck was touched by Lakovic to bring the whistle.
Yeah, he's pleading his case here, but he can't do anything other than get off the ice. It's not a North American rule. This is a European rule now, and especially here in the Elite League. You cannot touch anyone. That helmet comes off, and he's explaining that all he did was touch him in the back. If we can get a replay, you'll see it's not the biggest of touches, but you cannot do anything to get involved. The only problem, you're on a breakaway and your helmet comes off. That's a tough luck too. You got to get off the ice. It's just unfortunate that that's the rule, but you just got to do it. He's trying to explain it, but the players that have been here know that, and you've got to get going in a hurry.
So third power play for the Sheffield Steelers. Scramble again from the face-off. It'll work out for the Panthers, although Lindhagen's under pressure here, and the diving check from Wah, and then he blocks it, but he can't block it a third time. Lindhagen does get the clearance he so desired. Steelers will gain the zone on the power play. Lovely move from Wallace. Oh, he tried to put it in himself, didn't manage it. The puck is still here for the Steelers. It's Armstrong trying to set the play up. Wallace. Oh, he tried to feed it into Wah, who just pulled away, and it was well blocked by Brown, and then cleared away by Spang.
What a great move by Wallace there. Daniel was waiting and waiting, trying to get tease him a little bit. If you watched his body language, he was driving at him and stopping, and Wallace caught him when he was going back on his back feet, pulls it inside, and just about puts him up 2-1 with a minute and a half left in the period.
Wallace's 2 goals this season have both been on the power play. See, he enjoys that part of the game. Here's Nelson. Under pressure from Mosey. Steelers do well to make sure he can't get out of the zone. Matheson. Switched across near side, moving in, and the save made off the shoulder. Here is Dowd. Still power play time for the Steelers. Nelson. Sauvé trying to keep a close eye on Marquardt, who's stood at the top of the crease. Nelson again, Valdix. Back to the top, Matheson. One-timer, good save made by Garnett to deny Dowd, who hit that really well. Still Steelers, they'll switch it around to the near side. Penalty has come to an end. Shot comes through. Oh, he was looking for a tip from Nelson, and it just went to the corner. Boussières turns away from trouble. Chin strap tightly done up, I'm sure. Lee across to the far side. Chance for the Panthers late on, maybe. Pelini turns away from goal, brings in Sauvé. Big shot, big save, Mustakovs.
Well, I think Corey Nielsen's going to be happy to get out of this period, to be fair. I think Paul Thompson's side's been the better of the first period here. Nottingham come out, they got the opportunity to get the goal and tie it up, but Sheffield definitely there. You look at the puck possession and puck retrieval they just had there on the power play. Fantastic work by them to work it around and get a couple of great scoring opportunities to go up.
The for the Steelers, it's a warning sign, because Jan Sove has showed in the Champions League you don't want to give him an uncontested shot from there. A few seconds for the Panthers. Can they work something off this face-off? They won't be able to, and the period will end tied at 1-1. It's a period when both sides have had the chances, possibly the Steelers slightly more, and the Panthers got themselves back level after Wallace's power play opener. A wonderful goal from Robert Farmer. And that is the scoreline at the end of the first. And it's been a very entertaining period, Ron Shudra.
Oh, definitely, yeah. We said it might be a good one coming into the game. We knew it was going to be a good one. They're going up and down the ice very, very quickly. Sheffield's just kind of hanging out, waiting for Nottingham to attack and protecting the middle of the ice. So good job by Sheffield. So we'll watch and see what happens here as we come along with some highlights. Yeah, here's the Evan Mosey hit here on Matheson. Here, this is Mosey's opportunity here to go around him. He doesn't give an awful lot, but he extends his arms and pushes the player straight through the numbers. You know, and you know, give credit to Zaki. That's all he needed to do was right there. Just do that. But then he kicks a little bit more here, and that's why he ended up taking the penalty. You know, but then again, look, he sees Mosey going down. He's not going to throw the punch. He's not going to do it. He's not going to take that willing combatancy.
So the Steelers didn't get a power play there, but when they did, that's what Tim Wallace did with it. Yeah,
fantastic waddle bottle popper. But you can see that in the near side of the screen is that Freder coming down. Is Garnett looking for that quick pass across, and he just turns around. His eyes are looking at Freder all the time, Wallace, and he just turns and snaps it short side over the shoulder.
Panthers had a couple of opportunities, a double save from Mustakovs on that particular play. As the partial clearance was made by Fitzgerald, and Pellini couldn't make the follow-up count.
Good possession here by Nottingham. A little bit unfortunate bounce, and Robbie Farmer, that's a highlight reel goal. You know, that's a fantastic thing. There's no way Mustakovs is expecting this to happen. He's looking for it to be a backhand shot. You know, maybe short side or 5-0, but Robert Farmer puts it through his feet. You know, this is something that everybody loves to see.
What should Ronberg do there? Should he go to the player with a puck, or does he need to hang back with Farmer?
He needs to play the 2-on-1 there, to be fair. He's got to try to stop the pass going across. If he doesn't go up to the high guy's got a great opportunity coming through the slot. Which is the easier play to make? Driving out and taking the shot away there, or Robert Farmer putting it through his feet and putting it up top of the net. So something not expected from Farmer, and to me, Ronberg's done the right thing. He's got to close that down in case that high shot comes in.
So while Steeler Dan fires some t-shirts into the crowd, we are going to take a short break here on Steelers TV Live.
The players will be back after this short message from the Nottingham Building Society, headline sponsor of the Nottingham Panthers. Are you saving for your first home and thinking about getting on the property ladder? Are you aged 18 to 39? Would you like to see how you could get up to £1,000 free per tax year for your first home? Let us tell you about the Lifetime ISA. The Lifetime ISA is a savings account for 18 to 39-year-olds who want a little extra help with their future savings goals. You can use it for your first home, or wait until you're 60 and use your savings for retirement. The government will give you a 25% bonus on your savings. So you save £100, you get £25. You save £4,000, which is the maximum per tax year, you get £1,000 free, paid straight into the account, plus interest. You can open an account with just £10 online at thenottingham.com. Ineligible withdrawals are subject to a government charge of up to 25%. Check the terms and conditions for more information. Now back to the Nottingham Panthers.
Steelers TV Live. You rejoin us as the Steelers are making their way out onto the ice ahead of the second period of this game. Game tied at 1-1 after a very entertaining first period, including a highlight reel goal from the Panthers' Robert Farmer. Stat count from the first period: the Steelers scored 1 goal on 11 shots, took 4 penalty minutes and went 1 for 3 on the power play. The Panthers also scored 1 goal on 11 shots. They had 8 penalty minutes and they were 0 for 1 on their power play chance.
Yeah, we get a good look at Mustakov there, getting a little stretch and waiting for the Nottingham team to come out on the ice. But you saw at the beginning of the game, they were the first ones out on the ice. This time, a little bit slower to come out onto the ice. Maybe Cora Nielsen has had something to say to him, but I think first period wise, I think, obviously a bit of travel back and forward for Nottingham, maybe just trying to get through the first period and then building and building for the rest of the game.
Let's give you a rundown then of what's happening around the league tonight. The Elite League games, there are 3 of them, including this one here. We've got Braehead 2, Edinburgh 0, and Manchester 0, Dundee 3. What a scoreline that is from the Storm Shelter. It's also 3-0 to the Giants. They're at home to the Five Flyers in the Challenge Cup. They've just started the second period down in Cardiff. They're scoreless against Guildford. And Milton Keynes have a 2-goal lead over Coventry at the end of the first in their Challenge Cup encounter. We've also had a few tweets in. We've got George, who's watching the webcast in Portugal. We've got Peter in the Costa del Sol. We've got the Jones family there at home. We thank everyone who has sent in a message to @Steelers TV Live tonight. And a reminder that this game is available only for the private use of a home audience. There are no commercial venues who are eligible to watch the game. This game shall not be viewed in any pubs or clubs. We'll try and get the goals from this game on Facebook later tonight. We'll have the YouTube highlights out in the next day or two as well. And if you're watching the webcast with us now, remember you can log back into the Steelers TV Live website in the next day or two, and this game will be available for you to download in full and keep forever at no extra cost, along with any other webcasts you've purchased from us here in the past. 5-on-5 at the start of the second period. The face-off goes to the far side. The Panthers pick it up and send it into the Steelers zone. Romberg to Waugh. Bouncing down, the Steelers will backhand it out of the zone through Wallace. And possession for the Panthers. Again, they'll send it in. Mustakovs gloves it and drops it down. And again, Romberg is there. Nicely played towards Wallace. He's got a little bit of room. Panthers trying to close it out. Nokshansev knocks the puck out of the zone. Yamtin is offside. He'll have to retreat. Panthers try a defence-splitting pass, but they can't gather it in. Then the Steelers give it away. It wasn't good from Romberg. A little bit of a blind spot. Arson comes across and makes the hit on Pellini. The puck comes out. The Panthers will score. Slammed home by Sauvé.
It's Sauvé coming in from the point. How many times have we seen that so far this year? Coming in, just disappearing in coverage. And a bit unfortunate there. Romberg gives the puck away. But Perlini comes out here, and again, another little bit of fortune for Nottingham. A bounce off the stick of Mustakov right onto Sauvé coming in, and all he has to do is put it in the open net.
Goal 3 of the season domestically for Jan Sauvé. And the perfect start for the Nottingham Panthers here in the second period. A few fans still making their way back to their seats following the intermission may have missed it. Sauvé didn't miss it at all. Straight into the back of the net. Little Panthers fans a while to realise it hit the base of the net. It didn't really ruffle the netting much. They're in the offensive zone and they're playing with a lead for the first time tonight. Here's Farmer. Schaller. Farmer. Takes the shot on, it deflects up. And a comfortable one for Mustakovs to make the basket catch.
Yeah, a little bit different for Nottingham coming out in this period. A couple of chances there. What have they done? They've dumped it in behind the Sheffield defense and got them on their horses on a forecheck here, and they've created a couple of chances. Farmer here is not looking to shoot the puck. He's actually looking back door for a tip, possibly coming in late, and just gets a stick check and bobbles into to Mustakovs for a face-off.
Zach Phillips trying to get a shot away following the face-off. Couldn't quite get his stick onto the puck. The Panthers have started this second period really well. They've got themselves in front and they're looking for more. Mosey with a good turn. Go back to the blue line. Switched across by Brisebois. Shot comes through and it just goes wide. Mustakovs will feel he was across and Dowd sends it down the ice, and the Steelers will get called for icing if this puck slides down. Indeed it does. And it's been a rough start for the Steelers. And the Panthers really forcing the Steelers back.
But again, you look at Sheffield have changed their defensive coverage. This is what I was saying in the first period, to see if it worked. again. What they've done is they've gone to more of a control and contain. Keep them to the outside. They're happy to get shots taken from the outside, and they're not swarming everybody. And sometimes they get caught swarming too much, and it leaves a high slot guy open for an easy shot. So control and contain is okay. Anything to the outside of the ice, nothing should beat Mustakov's, and everything is in the danger area away from your net.
Steelers only get as far as the neutral zone. Again, another pass that goes astray, and they've not quite hit their stride so far yet, the home side, in this second period. Panthers buzzing following that goal from Sauvé. Fitzgerald taken in well, and the Steelers move into the offensive zone. Wind up and fired by Phillips. Kirk is after this one, and it's been played with a high stick, so we'll get ourselves a stoppage. Say that Cardiff have taken the lead against Guildford in their Challenge Cup game.
Nice little shot here by Jonathan Phillips. Not gonna challenge him too much. You know, a good save by Garnett there. He just puts it out of play as he should do. Nothing dangerous. No bad rebound there with Kirk driving towards the net.
Wallace offside following that little face-off play. We'll have to reset and go again. Building just a little bit flat at the moment. The Panthers' good starters taking the energy out of the arena. Steelers looking to set up a play. They had Yampton all across on the far side. Only had 4 around the puck for the face-off. Yampton was lurking on the right wing. No way to get the puck to him. And now they've got defensive work to do behind their own goal. Pass sent across, but not gathered in by the Panthers, and now O'Connor with the pass out, and it's a good one. And switch to Wah, who's got room on the left wing. Panthers come across, Wah moves centrally. Here's Wah, it slides through to Garner, he knocks it away, but I think there's a penalty coming, and Wah has been hooked back.
Yeah, definitely, yet again. You know, Matthew Wah's got it on his horse and got going. Makes a nice little move inside here. He's looking head up all the time and waits for the defenseman to commit, and then just slips it between stick and feet, and there's the hook right there. You can see it on the hands, and then another one coming in here too to definitely break stride and not allow Matthew Wah that free rein in.
Anytime that stick makes contact with the glove, it's an easier call for the referee.
Definitely. Anytime it gets parallel to the ice, it doesn't matter if you're making the hooking motion or not. You're up where you shouldn't be. NHL now, any touches on the glove, and it's an automatic penalty. So it's a good play, a good call, and something that they're trying to take out of the league, so you get the skill guys working harder and faster.
O'Connor one times it flashes wide. So 2-minute penalty on Mok Sanchez for hooking. Steelers' 4th power play of the game. They're 1 for 3 so far. Garnett gloves it and then flicks it out, and the Panthers will try and make something happening short-handed. Brown has no support at the moment and no way to goal. O'Connor makes sure of that, and Wallace picks it up for the Steelers and drives them forward. Fretter into the offensive zone, nicely inside to Armstrong, moves in on goal, and Garnett saves it. Puck is still live. Spang is battling for it, and he's outnumbered. Here's Fretter. Spang gets a stick to it, he's done really well, but he doesn't get out of the zone. The shot comes through, and it's saved up high. It's been played by a high stick. Or is there going to be a penalty coming in here? There is, it's a penalty. It's a high sticking call against the Steelers. It wasn't played with a high stick. Or they're going to call it a slash instead, I believe. And Wah's going to get called for this one. Yeah, well, initially he called a high stick, but it's got full penalty on Matthew Wah.
Yeah, I think it's just behind the play after O'Connor drills one off of Garnett's shoulder. Just on a rebound, it goes past the forwards, and I think Matthew Wah just reacting and trying to get back into play, gets that little chop across the arms with the stick to try to interfere with the player as they played it back out the ice. But good job by Garnett in net. He catches a puck, he drops it down in a hurry to his defensive partner, they play it up quick, and Brown's got a quick opportunity off a nothing play.
Milton Keynes have got themselves a 3rd. Edinburgh have got one back against Braehead. We've got some 4-on-4 play here, and the puck is there, and Mustakovs has to make the save as the Panthers spun and shot. It was Billingsley who had the attempt. So the Steelers' 4th power play of the game ends in a penalty taken by themselves. 4-on-4 play nearly developed for Billingsley. We'll get the Panthers a face-off in the offensive zone. And they'll have about a minute of power play out of the other side of this. One-timer comes in and beats Mustakov's. What a second period the Panthers are having.
Oh, fantastic job off the draw by Nottingham. They win the draw cleanly, set play over a one-timer. But the big part of the play is not the draw and not the shot. Watch in front of the net. It's a little bit of a traveling screen. As it just unsight Mustakov's enough to allow that slap shot to come through just at the right time to go inside the far post. Bit unfortunate, but you look at the draw. You can't lose a draw clean in your own end. You've got to get it a 50-50 or something where it doesn't go back as quick as that, so it allows your guys to get out and get in position.
2 goals in the space of 4 minutes for the Panthers. And this game has been turned completely on its head. It's 54 Billingsley, assisted Brown. The call on the goal, not a warning, a tip in front. Just a straight shot from Billingsley that got all the way through. And that one has been pinched by Dowd, but he's kept away from the puck by the check of Lindhagen. And the Steelers need to do something, not just to get back into the game, but also to bring the crowd to life. And it's the Panthers fans who are making the noise at the moment. The Panthers who are now on the power play. Sanchez is out of the box, and when they finally get this one out from behind their own net, they'll have a period of 5-on-4 play. Yampton trying to hold things up in the neutral zone. Panthers get into the zone right wing side. Puck taken past Arson. Matheson covers up. And here comes Wallace. Sent down the ice. Yampton is closing in on Garnett. The Panthers haven't made best use of this minute of power play so far. Still got 10 seconds just over left to go as they enter the zone. Romberg and Yampton making life tough. Sauve is in there to lend his support. Sanchez trying to draw it out. And referee Dean Smith has had enough. And that should see the Steelers just about kill this penalty.
Yeah, good job by Sheffield. They're not allowing Nottingham to regain the zone and set something up here to possibly get that chance to go up 4-1. That would definitely put Sheffield behind the 8 ball. A couple of goals here, a couple of shots. Sheffield's right back in it. Got to get control. They got to slow Nottingham back down through the neutral zone. Nottingham have been coming back thick and fast, and we said this in the interval that maybe they were just a little bit slow because of some travel and bits and pieces, but they've definitely come out this period and up the speed and tempo.
Here's Brown trying to wrap around play. Couldn't get it into the crease. Here's Betteridge. 5-on-5 play. Puck hits the referee. Fitzgerald comes across and takes the puck back for the Steelers. And that's passed nicely out of trouble, and there's room for Westerling, and he's got support. Here comes Jonas Westerling trying to get it across to Waugh. Angle's running out, and we've got a penalty now against the Panthers. We're going to get a slashing call. And once again, Waugh is the subject of the Panthers taking a penalty.
Yeah.
We'll get another look at it here.
Great job by Matthew Waugh catching up in the play, and there you can see the slash across the hands, and this definitely nullifying the scoring opportunity. So Sheffield need to take advantage again here on a power play. They need to get that control back that they had. They need to go to the outside, set it up a little bit, get the box moving, and try and create some space and some lanes to look for that little backdoor play, or maybe that possibility of a quick one-timer in the high slot.
So Brisebois sits 2 for slashing. Guildford have levelled things up in the cup against Cardiff. That's 1-1. Shot from Fretter is deflected away. Panthers will get a clearing attempt all the way down the ice. The forechecker closes in. It's Mosey skating after O'Connor, and then he backs away. Steelers' only goal so far in this game came on the power play via Wallace. And that pass was played into trouble. It wasn't one that Armstrong could do anything with. And that's kind of how it's gone so far in the second period for the Steelers. Away into the zone for Fretter. We'll try the look on this near side. Wallace. Pass just played behind Armstrong, and the crowd groans. And the Panthers come forward in numbers, short-handed. Here's an opportunity. Mustakov bails them out because Spang was closing in and looking dangerous.
Yeah, Sheffield not doing enough to get the puck over the blue line. They're not aggressive enough. They're not working hard enough to get the puck in deep. they're allowing Nottingham to stand them up. Colton Freda there going through the middle, taking on 3 players. You know, bad options, bad things that happen that way. You can't be 1-on-3 against class players like this. The puck's got to go deep, the puck's got to go wide. You can attack from the middle and draw guys in and move it to the outside, but there's no way you should be able to come through the middle of the ice.
Matheson sends it to the corner. Spang will get to it first, and he can pick his spot down the ice. It's another easy out for the Panthers.
Just not enough support there. Marquardt's just not on the horse enough to get in there and get the puck. Matheson does a good job, but then there's nobody skating to retrieve the puck.
Here's Nelson. More momentum for the Steelers as they bring this one in. Now Valdix. Marquardt drags it out front, trying to get the shot away. It's bobbling and bouncing, and it does get across the blue line. Seen Marquardt drag it out from that position and score goals already this season. Couldn't beat Michael Garnett on that occasion. It's a play that the Steelers will look to use. And here comes Marquardt again. Drop back for Andreas Valdix, but he was under pressure from Mosey. And the Steelers are just struggling in the neutral zone right now.
At the minute, the penalty kill is outworking the power play, and that's exactly what you have to do shorthanded. You have to outwork the power play, and you have to go out and go after pucks, and you have to put your body on the line. Sheffield's not putting the puck in. The one time they do put the puck in the net or in the end zone, there's nobody there to retrieve it. You look in the period before, Farmer dumps it in. He drives after the puck himself, gets his own rebound, and creates a penalty. This time, we get the puck in. Marquardt's not on his horse, doesn't get in there, and the puck goes back down 200 feet.
Steelers scored 36 seconds into their first power play of the game. They haven't scored on any of the subsequent 4 times they've had the man advantage. And we're going to get a fight straight from the face-off. It's Gagnon and Fitzgerald. This should be a good one. Gagnon landed some really heavy ones, and Fitzgerald has got himself back up, and he continues to have a go, and the officials decide they want to stop it. And I think Gagnon might have been cut here.
Great tilt by 2 big guys. That one, it looked like they talked about it at the face-off, and may have been a retaliation for Gagnon here. Fitzgerald absorbs one right on the chin, but it looks like he cut Gagnon with a beauty to cut him open. Hopefully we'll get a replay on it, but you can see both guys taking a couple of good hard punches that would have probably put most of us back on the floor.
Well, one from Gagnon I think very nearly did put Fitzgerald down. He just about hung on, and then he came back with a blow that must have sliced across. Obviously the officials saw the blood before we did, and I think we're going to have a little bit of a delay while we get it all cleared up. And that might just be the timeout the Steelers needed to have a chat about things on the bench and draw up some new plans.
I think it might need more than just a little scraper to come out here. There's a pretty good nasty cut and a bit of blood on the ice. But yeah, like you said, I think this may help Sheffield to regroup without using a timeout. This is what they're going to do. Here's the fight again. Here comes the punches. This one here hits Fitzgerald square on the chin, and it does do it. But the damage to Gagnon was done there. You can see him leaking already before that. So both players absorbing him and coming back. You can see the cut on Gagnon's forehead there. But credit to both guys. That's a fantastic tilt, and they kept going, and the crowd's entertained.
So it's just 5 each for fighting. Well, the Panthers physio and medical side are going to have some work to do to get Gagnon patched up and back out there if at all possible.
Not sure what the linesman's actually doing, trying to get in there quick and that quick. That's the way that he takes one off the chin. He's got to be prepared to wait for these guys to split up and go down. He's trying to reach in there, and he gets a hold of one guy and another guy's free. It doesn't work. One guy gets knocked out that way. So linesman's got to be careful going in there. He's reaching across, and he doesn't want to get hit by one of those haymakers, I'll tell you that.
See why Evan Mosey wanted no part of it earlier on. There was some big bombs thrown by both men. They are 2 of the Elite League's best when it comes to dropping the gloves. No doubt about that.
And they've done it once or twice already this year between them. So, you know, it's one of those things that builds up, and there was nothing going on in the game that warranted a fight. It was something that was just going to happen. So good job for the guys being on the ice at the same time, creating that enthusiasm, that excitement. Yeah, everybody's trying to get rid of fighting and this, that, and the other. But something like that, no one getting hurt, no one getting knocked out, no one being really, really in a dangerous position. It's something that you can see off there. And here we go. You watched it tilt. We'll see if we can see it where he gets cut. If it's right here in the first one, but they're definitely right there. I think that was the one right there.
It's the little short right, isn't it?
Yeah, the one just before Fitzgerald gets nailed on the chin. He absolutely haymakers one and splits Gagnon open.
Well, Zamboni is doing its best down there. It looks from our vantage point, and we're a long way away from that particular part of the ice, that the majority of it appears to have been cleared away, but I don't know if anything else was dripped a little bit closer to the goal mouth or towards the Zamboni exit. Well, this is a fight that's going to be replayed many times. What a punch that is. How did Fitzgerald get back up from it?
I don't know, like I said, but I think they're both experienced guys, and as I said, I wouldn't want to get hit there, but for the linesman here, he's jumping in a bit early. The other linesman is holding back. You've got to wait. These guys haven't stopped throwing punches. You're brave getting in there too early. Look, they're still going, and he wants to grab somebody. That's one thing you don't do. Doesn't matter whether the guy's bleeding or not. Let the two big boys stop. If that right hand comes across, that linesman goes down in a hurry.
Well, I'm not sure Fitzgerald's aware that he's caused that much visible damage. I don't know if you would have actually seen that in the situation that he's in.
No, definitely not. You wouldn't even have known that. You would have been, trying to protect yourself and not get hit with one. But to be fair, he got hit with a bomb right after that. We'll put him to his knees, but give him credit. Right back up and throw him punches again. As I said, there's no way I want to get hit by one of those.
You're going to have to get Fitzgerald another shirt, I believe. Get him one of the blood ones if he's been splattered. It looks as though the arena ice crew have done a pretty good job at getting that cleared away. That's been a shorter delay than I think quite a few of us, myself including, were expecting. And we will get some 5-on-5 play. Just 5 for fighting called on each of Gagnon and Fitzgerald. Panthers' penalty box door is currently open. Gagnon has gone to the dressing room to receive his treatment. Petteridge is going to have to go across and sit in the penalty box on behalf of Matthew Gagnon.
Yeah, they need to have somebody in there just to serve that sort of thing. It's not a short-handed thing, but you still need to have somebody serving that penalty until Gagnon is able to come back.
Manchester have got themselves on the board, but they still trail Dundee 3-1. So how will that have changed the Steelers' approach? A bit more energy to get the Steelers team back into this. Mustakovs makes the save. O'Connor moves it to the wall. Panthers still in possession. Shot sent goalwards. It's the Steelers who tip it away from goal. Kirk's got defensive work to do against DeLego, and he's done it well. The Steelers haven't got it out of the zone. Here's Mosey. Away from Arson. Still with Evan Mosey. Zach Phillips. Sent behind the goal. It'll slide all the way around. Kirk jabs at it. Still with the Panthers. They're enjoying zone time. They've had plenty of that in this second period. They've taken advantage of it on a couple of occasions. Mustakovs uses his stick. Knocked down by Mosey. Kirk trying to fight his way through. Backhanded, but not out of the zone. Lee does well. Kirk gets another chance, and this time it does get free, and it's to Jonathan Phillips, and he's got Westerling in support. He takes the shot on, and it's deflected away. Panthers will try and find a way out. Nothing doing for Sauvé. Janssen made sure of that, but it has brought the crowd to life, that fight. Fitzgerald will feel like it's job done. The crowd are into it. Now the Steelers need to do their part, as Mustakov makes the save on another long shot.
Yeah, you're right. It has brought the atmosphere back up in the building. Obviously the goals from Nottingham have dropped it down a lot, but we were saying about Sheffield being a bit passive. This is too passive. There's nobody allowing Farm. Look at this. Any opportunity there, you can't be backing in there, boys. You've got to stand up. Someone has to stand up at that line. You've given them the blue line. Now you're giving them the opportunity to gain that offensive zone time and create something other than a shot.
Shot goes over the top of Mustakov's goal. He was happy to watch it go. Wallace gets a block on that one. Yampton is chasing it. Wallace is trailing. And he barrels his way through. Steelers can't get onto the puck in the offensive zone. They've not really had any long spells of pressure. Sent towards goal. Mustakov knocks it away. A Steelers player now the other end of the ice has lost his helmet and had to go to the bench. He did so without getting involved in any of the Panthers players, so no penalties needed. There is the helmet in question, lying in that far corner. Garnett with a good pass out to Schaller. Sent softly forward. Panthers wanted to go for a change. O'Connor into the offensive zone, trying to pull a move. It's good from O'Connor. He saves it into the crease, and it was knocked out by Marquardt. And it couldn't find a way home. And again, it's one and done for the Steelers on their venture into the offensive zone, and now they've got defensive work to do. And offside as Clark put on the brakes. Yeah,
I think it's Brown there that just goes across the blue line a little bit too quick and too much of a hurry. But Clark stops right just outside the blue line, and unfortunately, you can't control yourself. And here's a nice little Wallace. That's almost an interference play by the Nottingham guy. You know, the play has gone behind him, and he changes lanes, and he actually gets run over for trying to do it.
Mustakov settles that one down for Rundberg. Around the far side, it's crowded for the Steelers. They will switch it to the near side. The pass does just get out of the zone. Phillips was across as quickly as he could for the Panthers, but couldn't keep the pressure on. The Steelers are struggling to maintain possession for long periods. In this period, the Panthers enter the zone once again. There's an opportunity, and it goes just wide, and there was Phillips feeling like he might have been caught. Turned around and had a stare at referee Dean Smith. I don't know if he felt that there was a slash on as he tried to get that shot away. And now the digging commences with the puck against the end boards. Now the crowd rises as Dowd skates forward. Couple for company over on the far side. Sauvé. Nelson going in after him, and Sauvé then falls on top of him. And we've got another collision at the end boards, and this is getting very chippy now. And we'll see what decision referee Smith has come to.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the penalty is. Is it that one? Is it that one? Is it back here with the elbow on Sauvé and then the wrestling? I'm not sure what's going on, but it looks like it's a Nottingham Panther going to the box. We'll have to see what the call is, whether it's just a roughing call or what. And it's Sauvé after getting hit in the corner. So we'll see what happens. After he comes back, he retaliates a little bit. I think it's on Levi Nelson. Not happy with the hit that came in on him.
So it'll be another Steelers power play. With their 6th of the game. 1 for 5 coming into this. Chat for referee Smith with the timekeeper's bench. Is it just a regular 2 minutes, or has he got more? Well, the penalty box is open against the Steelers as well. Yeah, and Nelson's going to go, so maybe it won't be a power play after all. Yeah,
it looks like he's evening it up. He may be getting a penalty for something here against them both. Roughing, I think it's going to be the call on both players. So a bit unfortunate. But going back to the other play, when they're coming down the middle of the ice, again, Sheffield did a good job controlling that in the first period. Didn't allow the guys up the middle of the ice. They funneled everything to the outside. And Nottingham, this period has come up through the middle of the ice. So Sheffield got to get back to that. We're looking at now 4-on-4. Good opportunity for the skill guys for Sheffield with Freder and Armstrong on the ice to see if they can go out and create something here to get them back in the game.
So it's roughing on Nelson and it's holding on Sauvé. It's 4-on-4 as Garnett makes a save on a long arson shot. 4-on-4 hockey. Here's Arson. Switched across O'Connor. Oh, he just fanned on the pass and has to go back out of the zone. He's under pressure. And gets it to Colton Fretter. He turns up the centre of the ice. Enters the offensive zone. Oh, he tried to drop it back for Arson, who was holding back on the blue line, and allowed Moksanshev to intercept. We know how dangerous he can be when he skates forward, but there's no way past O'Connor. And straight to Armstrong. Plenty of open space, 4-on-4. Sent all the way across to Arson, but he was well tied up by Lee. Panthers already have a 4-on-4 goal in this game. And they'll come forward looking for another one. Mustakovs will kick it to the corner. Lindhagen, who took the shot and then went to the corner to get the rebound. And then a miscommunication has allowed Pellini onto it. And that shot has been blocked by O'Connor. And it's pained him to do so. Not moving particularly well as Pellini goes around the back of the net. Panthers continue to press. Pellini once more, drops it off. The shot comes through, blocked in front of Mustakovs, and it's cleared away. O'Connor, and he needs to get to the bench quickly.
Yeah, so does Farmer. Farmer just blocked that, his own player's shot as well. So two players limping off on the same shift.
And the Steelers running out of defensemen because Fitzgerald's still in the box. There's no David Phillips, of course, he's missing through injury. Trying to see what damage has been done to Ben O'Connor following that shot block. Meanwhile, here comes Schaller. Keep an eye on Farmer returning as well. This one is sent to the corner. The Panthers back away from it. They want to get a change made. And Wallace will stretch his legs as he moves down the ice. Wah fires it from a long way out, and that deflects up and out. And the penalties on Sauvé and Nelson come to an end. And Zach Fitzgerald is also back for the Steelers. He's wearing the 44 shirt now. So offensive zone for the face-off for the Sheffield Steelers, trying to get themselves back into this game. They led for 12 minutes in the first period. The Panthers have been in front since 20:47 on the clock in the second period. It's been a really good road performance so far from Corey Nielsen and his team. It's far from over. The Steelers know how to come back against this Panthers side. They've done it already here in the Challenge Cup. They're going to need a big final 25 minutes in this one. Panthers don't get the clearance down the boards. Puck goes across in front of the goal. It's picked up by Brisebois. Puck comes up the far side boards. Matheson back into the corner. Now Westerling. Played the pass out. It bounced off Clark's stick and back to Westerling. Fitzgerald shoots, and it just gets to touch wide. Westerling is first onto it again. The Steelers playing with a little bit more speed and intensity. Sent towards Jamtin. Jammed at and then popped over the top. Clark down the boards. Boussiers hold on to it well, and now Lakovic. Panthers have got players up in the attack here, and this one is deflected across the face of goal. It came off the legs of Fitzgerald, and it's found Boussiers. Touched inside. Tight for Brisebois. Option behind the goal is Betteridge. Puck just gets past him. Jamtin tries to lay a hit. Digging at it down low, and it'll work out for Jamtin. Good chasing after him by Betteridge, then the puck pops up and hits Betteridge in the face. Meanwhile, play continues as the Panthers enter the zone.
We'll see if something happened here off the bench. Jamtin actually got a fist off the Nottingham bench just in front of the linesman. We'll see if the linesman actually does something about it.
Here is Fitzgerald. So I didn't catch anything myself live. We'll see if replays caught anything, and we'll see if the officials did as well.
There was a high stick that ran up his stick, and as he was going down, one of the Nottingham players just off the blue line actually reached out and gave him a little shot in the top of the head. So, you know, a little dangerous play there that is not one of the things that you want to see coming from a bench.
Great hustle from the Steelers to get back onto this puck. They can't keep it in the zone, and now they've got to be careful. It was good from Nelson to get it across, and now there's an opportunity. Here's Valdix. Oh, and it's well blocked down by the Panthers. brought the crowd to life. They're pleased to see that the Steelers are still skating with intensity, trying to make life hard for the Panthers. Looking for that grade A scoring chance. Maybe it's now. Valdix just forced behind the goal. Nelson takes a tumble. Here comes O'Connor. His shot goes to the corner, so obviously no lasting damage from that block shot. He's straight back out for his next shift. Arson behind the goal. Nelson. It's the Steelers' best spell of the period. Dowd takes the shot on. Couple of deflections. Puck still with the Steelers. We are 5-on-5 as Arson sends it goalwards. It's blocked in front. Valdix through a crowd and it's kicked away. Steelers battling hard to try and get to these loose pucks first, and it's worked so far on this shift. The Panthers need an out and they're not going to get one. Armstrong makes sure of that. O'Connor. Shot through, it bounces back out. Marquardt!
It's what they deserved, isn't it? With all the pressure they've just had. You know, fantastic job by that Dowd line again. This is what sets it up. And look at this, a high rising shot. Again, blocked in front of the net. You saw 3 or 4 get blocked there, but Marquardt here settles it down. Look, picks the spot, his head's up, and it puts it in the back of the net on an outstretch. Unlucky for the Nottingham guys, but 2 or 3 bounced block shots that they did a great job in the layering so that it doesn't get through. And unfortunately that time, a block shot goes back to the guy you want to have it on the end of his stick.
It's the sort of shift that the Steelers haven't had so far in the second period, but they finally were able to make the pressure count. And it's goal 4 on the season for Matt Marquardt. The early part of his season was disrupted by that shoulder injury, but he's fitting in really well in orange. And it's got the Steelers back within 1. Another assist for O'Connor. He has 2 points on the night. Dowd has the second assist. And the Panthers are looking for an instant response. Here's Fretter. Clearing attempt, gets deflected to the near side corner. This is the time of the game when there was all the action against Brayhead. And the Panthers are looking for a response. This one slides across the face of goal. Mustakov's had it covered. Moksanchev. Panthers are buzzing around right now. Boussiere back to the blue line. Spang switches it across. Sent towards Moksanchev. Turns around. Spang. Fretter trying to get into his face. Comes to the near side and Delego. Good zone time for the Panthers. Looking for that scoring chance. They decide against the shot. They might take it on now. They do, and it's really well blocked and deflected out of play without a stick. Great diving commitment from Matt Marquardt.
And this is what you said, or what I was saying earlier again, with the way Sheffield have changed their defensive system around. They've allowed it to give Nottingham the outside. Nottingham had the outside all the time. They're all the time there. That's not a scoring situation. When they do get a scoring situation, you put your body on the line, and Marquardt does it. He scores a goal at one end, comes back and does a great block to nullify a good opportunity as well.
Arson off the boards and out of the zone. Yampton trying to put pressure on. Panthers do well to resist it. And they're into the offensive zone. They'll get the puck in deep. First back to it is Fitzgerald. Out to War, across towards Wallace. Yampton trails. Here goes Wallace, sending it across to War, and he didn't get anything on it. Here come the Panthers. The game is starting to open up, but their trip into the offensive zone is a short one. Yampton exchanges passes with War, trying to get it back towards Yampton. It's well defended. Bodies in the way for the Panthers. Like it was the intervention of Brisebois. The Steelers tried to make a play happen 2-on-2. Dowd. Arson. Westerling. No way down the board. Sauvé making sure of that. Steelers continue to battle. Clark is working hard for the Panthers. He sent this one down the ice. Icing is waved off at the last moment. The Steelers crowd don't like that. I don't think the players much enjoyed it either. But that will do it for the second period, and it's a period that the Panthers dominated for large periods, or large parts I should say, of the second period. Took a 3-1 lead, but the Steelers have just pegged it back, and we're all set up for a huge third period now.
Yeah, you're right. They did come out quick and fast, and they were very, very, let's get to the net here and put some physical play involved, and they jumped back up to that 3-1. You could see the pace of Nottingham build back up through that period, but that's a great shift to end that period by Sheffield, and which culminates in a goal for them. So they're going to go into the changing room. Obviously, Corey Nielsen was probably not the happier of the coaches in the first period, but definitely happier in the second period with the way his team had played.
We'll try and get you some highlights of the second period very shortly. Remember, if you have missed anything from this game, the goals will be on Facebook later tonight, the full highlights on YouTube tomorrow, and the full game download for any webcast watchers will be available in the next day or two as well.
Here's a giveaway by Romberg there. A bit unfortunate. There's still work to do here for Perlini. The puck doesn't go straight to him, but look at the hard work and battle to come back out in front of the net, and then just a little bit sloppy defensive positioning here by the forward marking the defenseman. I can't say it was Yampton there. Just paying attention to where the puck is and maybe letting his man slip. Here a set face-off play, just a straight one-timer. But you see 44 there. But look how far Mustakovs is out of the net as well, so that's a great shot inside the post. We get it again here on a closer angle. It's a one-timer across. Mustakovs is more than far enough out to make the save, but just slightly unsighted by the looks of it.
And this was the incident I think will get talked about most following on tonight. The fight between Gagnon and Fitzgerald. Gagnon has not returned. Fitzgerald has.
Yeah, I think Gagnon's definitely, obviously he's leaking there big enough. He's going to need some stitches or a bit of glue to cut him up and go. But, you know, Nottingham are very, very deep, and they've got the ability to absorb a player or two and not coming back. So, again, games are there tomorrow as well. There's no point rushing them back and something happening and then opening it up and not being able to play for the next day.
Say that Manchester have got another goal back. It's now Manchester 2, Dundee 3. The Storm are narrowing the gap. So here's the incident when...
There's a stick coming up and hitting him in the chin. Watch right here. Who is it? It's Boussier's right there. Gives him a little shot as well. You know, it's something... It's different if you're pushing him away, but... You know, that's a little bit of an intent.
That's not a lot there.
No, it's not. Not seeing it again, but when you see it in full motion, it is. There's the goal here. Look, Marquardt gets lost in coverage because he comes off the bench on a change, and that's why no Nottingham player picks him up. If you see that again coming through, you'll see him. He comes off on a change, and he slips into coverage. He comes around Ben O'Connor right here, and it's Perlini that doesn't actually see him coming in until it's too late. The shot's coming through, and now he recognizes where his man is, and it's too late. There's no chance for him to get back on the play here.
So we are perfectly set up now for a grandstand third period. The Steelers just one goal behind. And we've seen some great late drama in games already here this season. Well, we're going to take a short break now on commentary.
So I'm walking through, and as I'm going out for warm-up, I'm like, I remember saying to myself, walking down the tunnel, this is it. Right? I'm gonna walk on the ice, there's gonna be people in the stands coming to watch me play. So I step on the ice, I am not 2 feet on the ice, and I hear, Leach, you suck!
You start to think, what was I doing when I was 20 years old?
Right. Hey, I didn't think I was gonna be doing that when I was 20 years old either, so.
Unfortunately, like you said, it's one of those moments where Julian comes up big when he needs to.
Oh, God. Dude, let's not pump his tires.
So I went out and I started lining up and I started going the wrong way against my own goalie because I was so nervous I didn't even realize. And everyone was yelling at me. And then I was like, oh my God.
Before we carry on, I will say that you have the most delightful accent that has been on this show. I've never had someone with that kind of Bostonian accent. So this is wonderful.
Yeah, hopefully you can understand me.
Well, I tell a story in the book about cycling with our team at one point.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, you should pick up the book. But
No, I think the first day he showed up was a good indicator of Linger. He walked in, and instead of carrying a hockey bag, he was carrying a duffel bag.
Don't do the mistake I did once, just leaving the ice, being the only rookie to not stay. I heard about it for months, let me tell you.
And you mentioned them a minute ago. What did you make of Johan's white skates when you first saw them?
Well, they're not for me, but I got the roster. Yeah.
You had a fight in a game.
oh god.
Now, well, now,
All of a sudden, about after 5 minutes of doing drills and stuff, the Fury obviously starts to come down onto his face and everything. So, anyways, he takes off back to the boards and he's throwing water on his head and drinking it, and everyone's looking at him like, what's wrong with him? You know, like, what's going on? I never told anybody, right?
The players are back out onto the ice ahead of the third period of this game, including Matthew Gagnon. The Panthers medical staff have done a wonderful job to get him patched up. And he's got himself another 75 shirt. It looks as though he's going to be able to play a full part in this third period, which is a great boost for Corey Nielsen and his side.
Oh, definitely. Anytime you can get a player back that brings something to your lineup, it's a fantastic thing. You know, give credit to him as well coming back. Where that cut is, it's probably not going to be the most comfortable thing with the front of your helmet rubbing up and down on it. But good on him coming back. Well done for Nottingham to get him back in here, and let's just hope he doesn't do anything too spectacular in this period against Sheffield.
So the Panthers lead it by 3-2 as Dean Smith gets ready to drop the puck. At the start of the third period. After an initial false start, it looks as though we are about ready now. With 5 on 5, there's no one in the penalty box, although we've still got a few ice issues. It's been unseasonably warm here in Sheffield today. 23 degrees earlier this afternoon. Although the air conditioning has been on, it's still a fairly hot building here at the Fly DSA Arena tonight. But the officials are satisfied, and we're going to get 20 more minutes of hockey, maybe more. We're going to get at least 20. The Steelers trailing by a goal, try and get themselves straight back into it, but an immediate offside, and it's going to cost them a couple of zones as well. Just quickly bring you up to date then with the stats from that second period. The Steelers scored 1 goal on 10 shots. They took 9 penalty minutes and were 0 for 2 on the power play. The Panthers scored 2 goals on 10 shots, took 11 penalty minutes, and went 0 for 1 on the power play. Well, they're not going to call it a deliberate offside, so it's just going to be on the Panthers side of neutral ice. And they win the face-off. Gagnon with first possession following his return. Panthers will work it into the offensive zone. Billingsley tries to send it across. There are Steelers sticks in the way. They'll play it away down the left wing side. We'll bring you up to date with all the scores from around the league at the next appropriate stoppage in play. Sanchez takes that one in nicely. Boussier's trying to get it back across. Comes out, Gagnon blasts it, and Mustikov saves it. So those scores then into the third period. Braehead 4, Edinburgh 1. End of the second, Manchester 2, Dundee 3. Scott Pitt scored a goal on his Storm debut. And in the Challenge Cup, late in the third period, Belfast 3, 5-0. Early in the third, Cardiff 1, Guildford 1. And it's Milton Keynes 3, Coventry 0. The latest that we have on that game. O'Connor from a long way out and over the top. Nelson. Under pressure from Schaller. Got the puck moving to Lee. And now it's Dowd. Valdix. Schaller again in being physical. Nelson in the corner. Little pass to Valdix. Trying to play the pass out front towards Dowd, and Schaller was there to intercept it, and Farmer got a stick on it too. Schaller buying his team time as the Panthers made a change behind him. Now the Steelers will get it in deep and they'll go for a change. Here's Zach Phillips. Skating forward, across the red, across the blue. Still going, Phillips, and shooting into the body of Mustakovs, who's forced to cover up as Mosey closed in.
A little bit better start to the period than Sheffield had last time. You look at the opportunities, Valdek's there creating a little bit of an opportunity, not allowing Nottingham to go D to D and come up and exploit this side of the ice. Good job by Phillips there. A little bit too easy going up to the middle of the ice again in my eyes. Defense backing in a little bit too much, but Mustakov's in there, and he shouldn't have any trouble with that.
Freta forces the puck out of the zone. Panthers, though, are back to cover. Mosey with a long pass out towards Delego. Waiting for the time to be right, he brings in Spang. Sent goalwards, and Mustakovs holds on to this one as well. Shot count completely even through 2 periods, 21 each, but Panthers, a couple of early tests of Mustakovs here in the third. Steelers travel to Dundee tomorrow night. The Panthers are back at home against Belfast. Here's Brisebois. Under pressure from Matheson. Brisebois has done well to hold him off for as long as he has. Support arriving. Both teams will jam away at this, and it's all in a little bit of a tangle in front of those Panthers supporters, and it's the Steelers who emerge with possession. And now Liam Kirk will burst forward. Here comes Kirk. Kept to the outside by the defensive play of Spang. Kirk keeps going. Tries to send it into the corner. It actually bounced off Matheson. It comes back to Kirk. He's in a tight spot. He's taken away by Lindhagen. Kirk will chase this one back into his own defensive zone. He's going to carry it forward. Plays the little pass in. Steelers into the offensive zone. That was a dangerous pass across, and Gagnon was under pressure for a moment. Wallace out of the corner. Shot sent goalwards was blocked by Billingsley. So many block shots in this game. Here's Schaller. Knocked away from him by O'Connor, and poked past Billingsley. It hits the referee, and the Steelers were hoping that one was going to get by, because Wallace would have been off to the races. Yamtin under pressure. Sent across, and War is there to intercept for the Steelers. We'll come into the offensive zone, seeking the equaliser. Played across, oh, and it went right back across the face of goal from War. It was a big chance, and he didn't find the target.
Just a little bit unlucky there for Matthew Watt, coming through and tries to go back across. I think he's a little bit more falling down as well, maybe not quite expecting the puck to come through as the Nottingham players did. And so great job, great opportunity out of basically nothing.
Watt has an assist on the night, but that was his best goal opportunity. Garnett with the save, and the rebound goes safely to the corner, but it's back with the Sheffield Steelers. Dowd trying to send it goalwards, and Garnett covers up at the side of his net.
Impressed with this line of Dowd and Valdek today. They've created an awful lot, but here's the Wallace play. Look, head up, goes back across the seam, and if we see Matthew Watt coming in here, it's a tough play, a tough shot there coming through. Probably would I like to get a little bit more on that off the toe of the blade as opposed to the heel, but great job creating something out of pretty much nothing.
Belfast are 4-0 up on Fife in the Challenge Cup. Also in the Cup, Cardiff 1, Guildford 2. There is not a lot that is predictable so far this year in the Elite League, whether it's League or Challenge Cup.
As it should be.
Dowd has cancelled the offside by hopping the other side of the blue line. Doesn't have much support in the offensive zone at the moment. Panthers captain Lee is across to the far corner. Here's Sauvé, scorer already in this game. Possession turned over by the Panthers to the Steelers. They've got their line change sorted out, but lost possession in the process. Here comes Armstrong. He'll fight his way down the boards, but skated into traffic, including Delego. And now here's Mosey. Mosey trying to drive around the outside. He's got the speed to do so. We go back to Mosey, trying to bring it in front. Oh, and it went right across the face of goal. Mustakovs was down with the paddle. Mosey was trying to score a little cheap one, and it very nearly worked for him. And Now there's room for Brisebois to bring it forward. Oh, he tried to get the trail play, and there's going to be a 2-on-1. Turnover from the Panthers. Opportunity for the Steelers. Played across. Saved by Garnett from right in front of his own net. It was Armstrong who was right on top of him, and he was right back on his line when he made the stop. And the Panthers pass it out of the zone, and they had 6 on the ice for a moment. They've just about got away with that one. Here's Lindhagen. Steelers making a change of their own as Mustakovs reaches across with the blocker. The Panthers trying the drop play to Phillips. It was just too far behind him, and it let the Steelers go in 2-on-1. Try and get another look at it if we can, but the Panthers meanwhile are pressing with Gagnon. Trying the slap pass to the side of the goal, and the Steelers were there and waiting for it. Flip towards goal, and Garnett just gloves it. And Kirk has had a couple of interesting and exciting shifts already in this third period.
Yeah, it's good for them. You look at what happened just previously. Sheffield coming down the ice here. You can see the 2-on-1. But what happens before that is Sheffield are guilty twice, not once but twice, of not getting the puck in deep enough, and Nottingham turning over and attacking the other way. This time here you see Liam Kirk there at the blue line, nothing going on. What does he do? Puts it behind the defenseman and creates a little bit of an offensive chance. Something Sheffield need to do once in a while. You can't carry over all the time. Sometimes you got to put the puck in defense or in behind the defense to drop those guys back, so then it opens up that play.
5-0 up on the Giants. Mustakovs makes a save on that tight angle shot. And we've got a penalty coming in here. And it's going to be a hooking call, and it's going to go against the Steelers. Panthers power play incoming.
Matthew Waugh just on the back check. He gets his stick caught up under the arm or on the hands of the Nottingham player and gives that little tug to knock him off stride. Same sort of thing that happened to him as he was driving the net. I think it was in the first period, or the second period, sorry. Except this one here happens in the neutral zone, a long way away from your net. So allow that player to take the defenseman one-on-one, and you just be the back checker.
Steelers have pinched this, and they're going to try and make something happen short-handed, and they're going to get a penalty called against the Panthers. It'll be a very short power play at the end of all of this, but it'll be a long period of 4-on-4 following an interference minor.
Yeah, it's good hard work there by Jantin there. Just stayed with it down the boards, worked hard to create a little bit of space, chipped it past the defenseman, worked himself in there, and the Nottingham defenseman there just couldn't quite catch up to him. Just off the face-off, it's a great job by him here. You can see the hard work that he does. Just keeps plugging away, and I don't know about an interference penalty, maybe a hooking penalty.
It's called against Shalott. So he sits in the box. Just 11 seconds into the Panthers power play, so we'll have a minute and 49 of 4-on-4 time. A bit of that already in this game. That one sent goalwards, and Garnett gloves it as the Steelers were trying to set up a screen in front.
Good job by Garnett there to reach through the attempted deflection in front by Freder. So good job tracking the puck by Garnett and knocking it down and controlling that for no rebound.
Belfast have beaten Fife 5-0. That game is in the Challenge Cup. I believe that Fife took the opportunity to ice their backup netminder in that game rather than going with Isles. So 4-on-4 here with Colton Fretter. Trying to get away. Look on the backhand. Steelers trying to cycle this one around. Armstrong. Spang watches over him. Fretter again. Trying to find a little pocket of space. Trying to get the pass through to Arson, who's taken up a good position. And then the puck is knocked away, and Mosey will move in on Mustakovs and draw the kick save. Perfect player for 4-on-4 situation, Evan Mosey, with the breakaway speed that he has. Steelers into the offensive zone. Puck is deflected down towards the end line. Phillips has done well to get around Lee. Steelers are making a change at the moment. Not a lot of support for Phillips. Goes around and gets past Westerling. Now a battle on the far side, which Delego is doing a good job of holding up the Steelers at the moment. It'll come to Westerling. He's hit hard by Sauvé. Steelers retaining possession momentarily. Phillips again. Comes out for the one-timer. That one deflects wide off Sauve. Bounces back to Matheson. Still seeking his first Steelers goal through traffic. It's knocked back down. Steelers are starting to swarm. Crowd starts to rise. Oh, it was a nice little reverse pass out by Phillips, but the Panthers were waiting for it, and it was well intercepted by DeLego.
Great pressure there by Sheffield. 4-man attack there. Not just your forwards, your defensemen releasing and allowing the forwards the opportunity to cycle a little bit. You saw Colton Freder after one or two.
Oh, given away, O'Connor, opportunity, and it's just about got away from the crease by Lakovic. Oh, and then another turnover by the Panthers. Could it be costly? Valdix. Oh, he played the pass into the slot, and that was again where Lakovic was waiting. A couple of important interventions. The Steelers are just starting to make the Panthers sweat a little bit in their own defensive zone. In amongst all that play, the Steelers had the 11 seconds of power play. We're back to 5-on-5 now. And that one's turned over by the Steelers, but there's no way through for Moksanchev, even with his hands. And across to the far side, the Steelers settle the puck down. Now bringing Nelson into the play. Sent into the crease, it was looking for the tip, it didn't get it, and now Fitzgerald's got to chase after Moksanchev. And he's done really well. It's cost him his stick, but it hasn't cost him a penalty. He's done really well, Zach Fitzgerald. Back in his 28 shirt. We found him another one of those. He's wearing 44 after his fight. And the splatter of Gagnon's blood. Here's Waugh, keeping it in the offensive zone for a few more seconds, and then Wallace wins the puck for the Steelers. Waugh takes a tumble, he still gets it into the crease. Wallace has a jab at it, and Garnett was there to block it. Here's Yamtin, as good as the Steelers have been for a while. That shot is partially blocked. It was Brisebois with his stick in the way, but the Steelers are starting to get to the loose ones. Waugh tries to jab at it, it doesn't get past. Here's Farmer. Steelers commit a couple to the corner. Panthers will send 3 in. Yamtin, Pellini clears it away. Doesn't get it very far, the Steelers will come straight back in. Yamtin, nicely inside, backhand shot, looking for a tip. Oh, it was just behind Wallace, and Moksanchev backhands it out. The Panthers at the moment are just happy to get it over the blue line. They realise they're on the back foot at the moment. Steelers playing in the third like they were in the first. Garnett wants to keep the clock moving. Doesn't want to face off in his own zone. Here's Lee. That's taken in by Clark and well bounced forward. Here's Lindhagen. Opportunity if he can get it across to Brown. He does get it to Brown, and Mustakov's got a little piece of it. It was a big chance for the Panthers. Danger's not over yet for the Steelers as Lee shoots. It's tipped in front, and Mustakovs is glad to get hold of it.
Well, this is what we saw with Nottingham in Champions League stuff. They've absorbed a lot of pressure there from Sheffield. Had to be a good minute and a half if we go on the clock of good puck movement. And then what do on a break? Create an opportunity just from nothing on a quick break. So good job from Nottingham, defending really well, keeping everything to the outside, just like Sheffield want to do. Keep them to the outside and then get something on the break. And that's exactly what happened here. The puck comes through, and Mustakov has to be sharp as it takes a little deflection in front of the net.
Edinburgh have got a goal back in Braehead. It's Clan 4, Capitals 2. That has been touched. There's no icing on the play. A look at that from Nelson. Tries to get the shot away. Oh, it was well blocked. This one comes through traffic. Saved by Garnett. It's still loose in the crease. And Garnett has got it somehow trapped underneath him. Great scrambling recovery
amazing
from your former NHL stopper.
Yeah, amazing he got a piece of that. You watch it come across, O'Connor gets good wood on it. It deflects twice there, and then it goes back. He has no idea where the puck is at that time, but good job. He tries to sweep it in. Another good save coming back across in front on a good little push and gets control of it. It's still loose there, to be fair. Look, Valdix gets another whack at it, but good job by the Nottingham defense as well, clearing guys out.
Milton Keynes were briefly 4-0 up against Coventry. It's back to 4-1. Players getting the latest goal in that game. And that is also in the Challenge Cup group stages. Steelers progression already assured with 2 games to play in that competition. Still have a trip to Braehead and a home tie with Manchester to come before they know their seeding. That one is going to be icing if the Steelers win the race, which Arsenal will comfortably.
Nottingham not overly happy about that call. They see one of the defensemen step up there and it goes by him. So usually on that sort of play, if a defenseman steps up to make a play on a forward and the puck goes by, because you stepped up to make a play and it didn't go by you sort of in open play, it's usually deemed no icing. So a bit fortunate for Sheffield here. They get a quick swap of the change of the lines and see if they can put a bit of pressure on maybe a little bit long shift on Nottingham's part.
Wonder if Paul Thompson will now be thinking of shortening his bench to just 3 lines. So a couple of good shifts from the 4th line as that one got through all the traffic and Garnett had to kick it away. We've seen Phillips and Kirk out there. This one is sent towards goal. Oh, it was a very tight angle. Not really a lot Freda could do with it from that position. And now Clark will get the Panthers moving forward. Brisebois in support. Here he is. He takes the shot on and it off Mustakovs. It doesn't get out of the zone. One more from the Panthers might just clinch the points for them. The Steelers score next, anything could happen. Here's Westerling. Phillips lending his support. The Steelers are still using that 4th line for the moment. Farmer's working hard, so's Brisebois. So are the Steelers, and Freta comes out for the one-timer. Garnett with the save. Oh, and it was off the crossbar, I believe, was it? So close. And now the scramble behind the goal. There are 3 Panthers in there, and the puck has been frozen. And that shot that Garnett got a piece of, what did it go on to hit?
It looks like here it comes off his gloves and maybe goes up on top of the net right here. You can see it bounces off the back bar. Great job again by the Sheffield forwards there, Westerling and Phillips. Hard work down in the bottom end, but also give credit to the defensemen getting themselves in the open and the opportunity. Matheson there finding some space and time to feed it to O'Connor and lets a bullet go that Garnett has to be quick and tidy with to push that back over the top of his own net.
2 of the league games tonight. Manchester 2, Dundee 3 is the latest. Braehead 4, Edinburgh 3. This game is also in the Elite League. The Steelers have won the 2 Challenge Cup matchups against the Panthers. They've got 7 minutes and 30 seconds to do something about this game. They are currently trailing by a goal. And here's Lakovic for the Panthers. Off the glass. He skips by Boussiers. Steelers have to just wait momentarily at the blue line. That's good from O'Connor. Nice little hands around Raphael Boussiers. Steelers into the offensive zone down the right wing side through Yamtin. Couple for company and Gagnon will play it forward. Panthers try and switch sides, but the Steelers are there to intercept. They'll come back into the offensive zone where they've spent a lot of time already. They haven't found a way past Garnett yet here in the 3rd period. Wallace. O'Connor trying to put the move around Gagnon. Very nearly guilty of hooking him there. The sticks were tangled for a moment. That one sent through and it bounced off the body of Waugh. Provide the flash screen, and in the end he blocked the shot away from goal. Puck gets by Yamtin. Gagnon has a little look at it. He's tangled up with Waugh. It's good work from Pellini to take it away from Waugh. And then the clearance completed. Lakovic is after Matheson, who does a good job. Now Matheson will lead the Steelers into the zone. He'll shoot from the angle. Garnett will glove it and drop it, and the rebound is put wide by Marquardt.
Well, that's the first mistake Garnett, I think, has made there on his rebound control and just about cost him.
Here comes DeLego. Moving it across. There's the save made by Mustakovs. It comes back out to Lee, and it flashes across the face of goal. Panthers will keep it in the zone through Sauve. Across to Mosey, down low at the side of the goal. Here's Phillips. One-timer comes in from Sauve, and Mustakovs with the stick save. Romberg sweeps up. Here's Freta under pressure. He turns away from Phillips well. Time is getting low for the Steelers, though. We're approaching 5.5 to go. Freta into the offensive zone, continuing to fight his way past Panthers and officials. Here's Clark. That one is sent out. It'll slow up enough. Now Arson. That was just ahead of Marquardt. Possession turned over by the Steelers. Here's Spang. Intercepted by Dowd. Pass out. Oh, and there was a little touch from Lindhagen to just knock it past Valdix.
Yeah, Clark puts his own defenseman under a lot of pressure there by missing a simple 5-foot pass, and Sheffield nearly take advantage of it.
Nelson with the skate and then the stick. Steelers might get an opportunity. Oh, and Dowd just got tangled up. Farmer, good skating out of the zone, trying to get it across towards Schaller, does so. And then Schaller's pass back towards Farmer. The Steelers close round, but Farmer resists. Brings in Pellini. Needs some support in the corner, doesn't have any. And the Steelers have it back. Charging into the zone down the left wing is Dowd. Trying to keep it away from Billingsley. Drop back for O'Connor. Oh, he tried to make a move and he couldn't play the backhand pass across. And now Bussières will charge after this one. Romberg is across. He has the step. Straight round the boards for O'Connor. Steelers switch it across. There's room on this right wing side for Yamtin. Sends it goalwards and off the blocker. And gloved further to the corner by Billingsley. Wallace absorbs the hit. He's trying to get the puck back off Billingsley, who's managed to get it to Lakovic, who clears the zone well. Lakovic's good work has been mostly in the defensive zone today. Oh, turnover, opportunity, and good work from Mustakovs with the stick to deny Mosey. Here's Lindhagen. Trying to feed it across, and again, Mustakovs is there. Yamtin sends it forward. Under 3.5 to go. The Steelers into the offensive zone. They're just completing a line change behind the play. DeLego sent that one down the ice. It's a little bit aimless. It'll cost his team an icing call. And we're down to 3:09 to go.
Nottingham playing a little bit dangerous. I think in my mind they're playing a little bit too defensive and trying to absorb a little bit too much. You can't continually do it. They've been doing it for most of the period and got away with it. They've been giving up some chances. Like, these are dangerous opportunities. You know, from errant passes, maybe not being just quite quick enough, not reacting quick enough. Definitely got to be a little bit tighter in their own end with some stuff and play it out of their own zone and try to get some zone time like we used to say Sheffield needed to do.
Both teams still have their timeouts available to them as we approach the final 3 minutes of this game. Marquardt is trying to be physical against Sauvé. Sauvé went back for one shove too many, and the Steelers are going to get a power play here, and that is a bad mistake for Jan Sauvé to make. He's already been in the penalty box twice. The Steelers scored the first time he was sat down. Well, it'll be third time lucky as well for the Steelers.
He's shaking his head, but he went back to the well too often. You know, you can't take a cross-checking penalty there. You've got more opportunity to tie a player up or keep him in containment mode as a defenseman. He just got a little bit too aggressive. The player's nowhere near him. He's bent over, and you push him on the top of the shoulders. His weight's going to carry him over. So just a little bit too aggressive. The right idea, but just too aggressive and at the wrong time of the game.
Confirmed as a boarding call. 2:59 remaining in the game, and the Sheffield Steelers power play, which is over 30% on the season, has a chance to save them here. Mustakovs is in his goal for the moment. It's 5-on-4. There's the slap shot. There's the save from Garnett, and nothing got free with Waugh lurking.
Yeah, great job by Garnett again, like a vacuum cleaner, sucking that straight into his chest and not allowing the two danger men when Fretter in there letting an absolute bomb go here. Head up all the way, looking, trying to block through, going through traffic. Does get a little bit of a deflection there. Matthew Waugh looking for anything in and around the feet.
Lindhagen and Brown are the forwards out for the Panthers, along with Spang and Lee. Mustakovs stays at home for the moment. I wonder if we get into the final minute of the power play whether Paul Thompson will be tempted to make it a brief 6-on-4. Armstrong will be allowed to take the face off following the false start. Lindhagen has tied it up. It's the Steelers onto it through Wallace. Trying to get past Spang, can't do it, and Lee lifts it clear on the backhand. It's punched into the zone. Cleared away by Brown. Steelers were back waiting for it, and they'll try a quick transition forward. Armstrong. Steelers into the zone. Wallace. O'Connor. Armstrong's down low, that's where he goes. Backhanded across. Wow! Oh, one try and then two, and it just went wide.
Oh, fantastic save by Garnett.
Long shot. Wow, with the tip, and that just goes beyond. Mosey, backhanded attempt, doesn't get out of the zone. Panthers need a clearance, and they don't get one. They'll play it behind the goal. Grabbed by Spang, and again he doesn't get it across the line. Panthers are missing opportunities to give themselves a little bit of a breather. Mustakov still stays home. Armstrong. Wallace. Armstrong again. Sent right across. Fretter! What a noise to greet the equaliser.
What a fantastic opportunity Sheffield was gifted there. They ended up getting it. Fretter here, look, head up. Great job by Lee to get out and try and block the shot, but he actually goes off Garnett, and does Matthew Waugh just tip it through after the fact? I think that's what's happened here. Minute 44 to go, but Sheffield have deserved this goal in the third period. Nottingham guilty in my eyes of being too defensive, allowing Sheffield to gain momentum throughout it. Nottingham's going to be not happy about the penalty call, but again, Solvay too aggressive to create that, and Sheffield make them pay dearly again here at the Sheffield Arena.
Official confirmation of the goal to come. Did Waugh get a touch? Is it Fretter's? We'll find out now. What a return for Matthew Waugh. He got an assist on the power play goal earlier, and he's credited with the power play goal here.
It's nothing more than he's deserved, to be fair. He's worked very, very hard today. I said it earlier. He looked like he's refreshed after having a couple of weeks off. He's come back, he's worked hard, he's dug himself a good opportunity in front of the net to create opportunities and get some chances. He had a couple early ones and finally gets that opportunity to bang it out of the air.
But the game is only level. It's still there to be won for both teams as we enter the final 100 seconds. Nelson very nearly lost his helmet there. Managed to grab hold of it and put it back on. He has gone straight to the bench in any case. Here's Pellini. And the Panthers find themselves a late winner. The Steelers won the Challenge Cup game, remember, with 1 second left. And we're going to have similar late drama here. Steelers trying to make sure they're on the right side of it if they do. Yantin plays it out into the crease, and it didn't get the tip it needed from Phillips. And Pellini's happy to get the red line and send it in deep.
Again, Phillips gets caught coming off the bench out of coverage, and no Nottingham player picks him up. And that's unfortunate that he doesn't get onto that, because I don't even think Garnett saw him coming in.
Steelers reach the red line and again send it in deep. Panthers with defensive work to do as the Steelers forecheckers close in. And they've worked it well. Calmly done from Brisebois. Forward to Delego, switched across to the far side. Phillips into the offensive zone. Chance for the Panthers. Mustakovs has made the stop and the nets come free.
Good job by Mustakovs there, getting a hold of that with Mosey driving in hard. You know, you got guys coming through the net here. You watch how quick he comes back through in front of the net. Just slips around Arson there. Puck comes out in front. Good job by Fitzgerald too. Good thing though that Mustakov doesn't leave that post too early.
Milton Keynes are 5-1 up on Coventry in the Challenge Cup. We've got 29 seconds left of regulation time. There has to be a winner one way or the other tonight. And Braehead have extended their lead to 2. It's now 5-3 in Clan's favour against Edinburgh. Brown against Armstrong, and a clean face-off win for the Panthers. Shot is blocked. It'll sit down for the Panthers. Brisebois fires it. It's over the top of Mustakovs. Finds Spang. Intercepted by the Steelers, and they play it off the boards and out into neutral ice. There's still time in this game for a winner. O'Connor. Round the boards and out. Here come the Steelers. Surely it can't happen again. Armstrong. Armstrong, great block from the Panthers. God, it kicks it away with a second to go. It so very nearly did happen again.
That would have been absolutely heartbreaking. for Nottingham, not just the players, but the fans that were here the last time with 1 second left. I don't think this is much more than what should be expected between the two teams tonight. Very, very fair so far in a 3-3. Going to go to overtime here, and we'll see if the skill sets of both teams come out and somebody can finish it off with this 3-on-3 stuff.
5 minutes of 3-on-3 since the league went to 3-on-3 overtime at the start of last season. The Steelers have only had 2 games go as far as overtime. They lost in 9 seconds to the Brayhead clan over at Sheffield, and they lost to the Cardiff Devils earlier this season. They have at least 1 point from tonight's game. So do the Panthers. Will play 5 minutes for an extra one and a shootout if nobody manages it.
Yeah, but I think this is 2 points that Nottingham had and they've given up. They said it. I said it before. They were too defensive in this third period. Sheffield came out in the second period and Nottingham were all over them. Sheffield came out in the third period and they deserved to get back in the game. They worked really hard. Not saying Nottingham didn't work hard. They worked hard to try to contain it and played a bit too defensive though, and then they didn't get that opportunity like they have in Europe to go back down and get a good scoring chance and get a goal.
Did Nottingham try and win the game 3-2 rather than trying to win it 4-2?
I think they did. In my eyes, they did. They were waiting for a break, and it was trying to come, but they didn't get it. Here we saw that great power play chance. You know, you see a great pass here by Armstrong through to Fretter. He drops down, pops back up. His eyes are there, and you can see the shot come through, and here it goes right there. It goes off Garnett, then off of Matthew Wadd's stick and back in the back of the net.
There's already been a game that's gone to overtime, and it was down in Cardiff, and Guildford have won it in sudden death overtime. A Challenge Cup victory for the Guildford Flames. So let's ignore the rest of the league. Let's just focus on this now. We're going to have 3-on-3 overtime. It's fast, it's furious, and it normally results in a winner. And first possession for the Sheffield Steelers. And here goes Matheson. Opportunity, this is the moment! Oh God, it's denied Fretter! What a stop! It's not all over, not by a long shot, but it thought it nearly was there. Who else would you want in that situation but Fretter? Garnett saves another one, tight against his post. Here is Colton Fretter. Armstrong's gone to the bench, he's had enough on this shift. And Fretter has lost out to Pellini. And around the back to Sauvé. Now Pellini. Both sides make changes. Pellini into the zone. Drops it off. DeLego. Lee is on the ice for the Panthers as well. DeLego sees his shot blocked at source. Steelers can't get the puck out of the zone. DeLego still. Here's Mosey. Perfect situation for him. Evan Mosey saved by Mustakovs. Who's going to get to the loose puck? It'll be Stevie Lee for the Panthers. Now Mosey plays it across. Hammered by DeLego. It's off the glass and it's out of the zone. DeLego has lost out. Sorry, it was Schaller who lost out, I beg your pardon. Oh, and it's taken away from Wallace by Lee, and now here goes Schaller. He's got Mosey in support. Josh Schaller has smashed it against the glass. Mosey, tangle on the far side, there's no penalty, play goes on. The Steelers are down a defenseman. This is Schaller, there's Mustakovs, and he covers it up.
Oh, great job, great opportunities on both ends. This is where it gets carried away when it starts going run and gun, and you end up getting a 2-on-1 or something going the other way. And here it is, there's your 2-on-1 out of the corner. Whoa,
oh,
Levi Nelson lucky doesn't get a penalty there for a slash.
They sometimes say that the referees put the whistle away in overtime. Levi Nelson has got away with one there. It would go to 4-on-3 rather than 3-on-2 if there was a penalty called. And the Panthers win the draw. Here's Spang. And it's intercepted by the Steelers. Opportunity, oh, great kick save to deny Dowd. Garnett has been superb tonight, no doubt about it. And now Phillips Spang one side and Boussier's the other. Dow trying to take it from him, and now the chase is on to the near side. The Steelers will get to it first. Yamtin trying to hold on to the puck. Opportunity, big slap shot, another big save from Garnett.
Yeah, look how far Garnett's out of his crease there. He comes out, he's still not quite sure of the save though, although you watch him come in here. Great job there on the quick turn. Just gets caught inside here on Matheson. He just has to adjust a little bit. A knuckle puck, look at that. It goes off the cheater of the netminder.
Lakovic and Valdix tangling from the face-off.
Yeah, Valdix is getting tossed there as he goes through. He uses his foot to try to kick it back, and that was the reason that the puck was called back.
Yamtin will step in, and he won it cleanly, but I'm sure he moved a bit too soon.
You say that, but he beat Lakovic completely there. And why is the referee dropping the puck then?
Yeah, you wonder. Well, we get ready to go again. And Yamtin does win the draw. But a good recovery from Lakovic, and the puck will spring out nicely. And here comes Brisebois. Forward for Lakovic, just gets beyond him. Matheson is to it. And Valdix back there to help out. He just sends it backwards. And it'll be Mark Matheson, still searching for his first Steelers goal. Hero states if he gets it here. Shot high on Garnett, he makes the save. Good work from Valdix, and then really good recovery from Brisebois. Sent forward for Schaller. Angles tight, and he completely fanned on it. Round to the far side. And here's Armstrong. Remember, a shootout follows if nobody scores. Steelers into the zone. O'Connor. Oh, he tried to play a little pass across, it didn't work out. And now here comes Sauvé. Trying to drag it in front. Mustakovs is scrambling, and he's got it covered up. It didn't get away from him.
Yeah, a little bit danger there with Ben O'Connor going forward. He has to remember that he's the defenseman. You don't want John Armstrong going up against a player coming down, but that's Sauvé, a defenseman, making the rush on a forward. So it just shows how quickly the roles can reverse in 3-on-3. You went back to about a penalty in overtime. Why couldn't we see 3-on-2? Could you imagine that? Why go to 4-on-3? Let's go to 3-on-2 and really open it up. And how about that coming up to an EIHL meeting?
Puck doesn't get down the boards. Can the Panthers work it in front for a shooting chance? Not immediately. And the Steelers get onto it. Here comes Matt Marquardt, trying to drive towards the goal. It's good defensive work from Brown. Here's Steve Lee. Away from Marquardt. And in comes Delego. Brings Sauvé into the play. Again, he tries that move. Sauvé onto the forehand. It's really well blocked by the Steelers. Can they poke this one out of the zone? They can do. Pass from Sauvé is well blocked. The Panthers do get out of the zone, but it's too far ahead of Lindhagen. 30 seconds. Pass played across. The Steelers are into the zone. Here's Nelson trying to stick handle back. It's all very tight. The puck is just sitting there and everyone's skating past it. And it's the Panthers who get onto it. Lindhagen across. Mosey. Is it going to be the Panthers who score as time expires in overtime? Here's an opportunity. Save made by Mustakovs. The Steelers need to kick it out of the zone. They don't manage it. Final second. Oh, sent across, and the time expired before Sauvé had the chance to shoot off Mosey's pass.
Gotta love overtime. 3-on-3 there, don't you? That's some great stuff from both sides. Up and down the ice. Goaltenders having to make saves. Forwards on D. So great job by all the players involved. Just unfortunate here for Nottingham that this doesn't work out with more than just a split second left on the clock.
You can see the green light was already on as it arrives on the stick of Sauvé. He's seen a lot of ice time tonight. And we'll get ourselves ready for a penalty shot shootout. 3 per side. Most goals wins. Pretty simple. If we're still level after 3, you can then select any of your roster to take shots. It can be the same person time after time on shots 4, 5, 6, and 7 if we need all those.
Do you want to take a guess at 3 for Sheffield?
You would imagine that Fretter would be one of them. Dowd has taken and scored before. We'll start off with the Panthers. And it looks as though it's Bussières who is going to take the first one. So here we go. The first shot of the shootout is Raphael Bussières against Mustakovs. And he tried to go 5-hole and Mustakov said no.
Mustakov's there, a little showboating himself, throwing the arms up and just trying to make himself big right here. Bussières sees it. Mustakovs, we can't quite see it. He throws both arms up in the air, trying to put him off, and he just fires it straight through the wickets of Mustakov.
It's going to be John Armstrong against Michael Garnett. First round of the shootout, and it missed the target. Trying to go glove side. I don't think Garnett got a piece of it. He didn't need to in the end. It's DeLego who is out for the Panthers. First shot in round 2. Oh, and it's off the post.
No,
and
it's
has
in.
It gone in?
Yeah, it's a
it
great
has.
shot. Yeah, he just.
The red light never came on, but the referee's happy.
Yeah, he caught Mustakovs leaning forward here, right there. Watch it go up and under right there. A little chop shot, crossbar and inside the post in, and that's a fantastic finish.
Valdix will be shooting second for the Steelers, and the officials aren't happy. They're going to go and check this, and I think that's probably right.
Yeah, he's thinking about it, but in my eyes, I thought I saw the net actually wobble in behind crossbar and inside the post. Good idea. You have to go it if you got it.
We have the technology. Yeah. There's no point in
no point in guessing. Let's make sure, especially in a shootout. But in my eyes, from here, what I saw. But then that's me way. How far away are we? 250 feet. So we'll see what happens.
Easy decision for the goal. He was already there on the freeze frame to him to look at. So the red light never came on. We're at the far end here as we watch on. So now Andreas Valdix will come back out and shoot in round 2. Searching for an equaliser. And he just lost the handle on the puck as he came across the face of goal. And the Panthers now have a shot to win it. Coming in from the right wing side. And he got a little bit of it. And Garnett. And here comes Schaller. A Panthers goal here ends it. And Mustakovs keeps it alive for one more shot at least.
Nice stick work there by Mustakov, just giving a little short jab out and getting the opportunity to knock the puck away from Schaller.
So it'll be Tim Wallace. It's a long time ago that he scored the opener, but he must score now, otherwise it's all over. It's Wallace against Garnett. And Garnett has made the save, and the Panthers claim the extra point.
Nice save by Garnett there, just waited for Wallace and does the old Dominic Hasek double pad stack. Not the most orthodox style, especially now. You watch him, little bobble puck, tries to go 5-0, but there Garnett's well down to control that.
The Steelers fans are a little deflated as they make their way to the exits. Stay with us though, we'll have the man of the match presentations for both sides here on Steelers TV Live. The Steelers fought back from 3-1 down, and they got a late equaliser in the third period from Matthew Waugh, but they'll only take a point. And that is now 5 conference games the Steelers have played this season, and they haven't won any of them.
Yeah, you're looking at it being a tough ask for them, but again, they're showing the character to come back in games. Nottingham here, a bit fortunate to come out in the shootout to win it in my eyes. You know, Sheffield had the opportunities in the third period to take that lead and come back and do what they did a few weeks ago, but tomorrow's going to tell as well. Nottingham got a tough game against Belfast, and Sheffield got to go way up north here, so both games are not going to be easy for either team tomorrow.
Dundee have been pegged back to 3-3 in Manchester. They were 3-0 up. That's where the Steelers go tomorrow, all the way up the east coast of Scotland to the Dundee Ice Arena. But it's a successful road performance for the Panthers in the end. They'll take the 2 points. Surely Garnett must get the man of the match for the visitors.
Well, I think so. I think he's, to be fair, had the more difficult of opportunities against him throughout most of the game. You know, he came up big a couple of times. Mustakov came up big as well, but I think Garnett definitely deserves it. He's kept Nottingham in it here late on.
Oh, and the Steelers and Panthers have met so far this season. The games have been in doubt until the final moments in every single one of them. Some fans might say there are too many, but if they're all going to be like this, we'll gladly watch them all. So still we wait for the announcement of the man of the match. Remember, we'll get the goals from this game on Facebook later tonight, and the highlights on YouTube tomorrow. And indeed it is Michael Garnett who is the man of the match. Panthers fans singing his name, and well they might. He saved all three faced in the shootout from Armstrong, Valdix and Wallace. And he saved many more in overtime and throughout the regular 60 minutes. So the Panthers fans applaud their team off the ice. It's been a successful visit north for them today.
Are you looking to get on the property ladder? Let our trusted and qualified mortgage brokers at the Nottingham Mortgage Services find the right mortgage for you. To find out more, visit thenottingham.com today.